Yeah, like, screw it, we're recording. And
Right.
That apparently seems to be the theme of these episodes now, is I'm going to intro saying, screw it, we're recording every single time.
It's happening.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of the Wolves Don't Sleep podcast.
Episode 2.
Episode-
We're halfway there to
Bloody
making the record.
2 more episodes and a Christmas episode, and we are done for the season.
That was such a, hey guys, like and subscribe.
Although I've realised since we record these every 2 weeks that there isn't, unless we did like one bang before Christmas and then one before New Year's, we won't hit end of the year if we want to finish off this season.
Yeah, no, we're already too late for doing another one on time before Christmas.
We probably could do it.
But we've got 2 weeks until Christmas now.
I'll be right. Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
as you can probably tell, there is a special guest with us.
Oh, shit, really?
It is Connor, who shockingly is also in the band.
Surprisingly, yeah.
He's one of the OGs, so
Yeah?
The OG and me.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So say hi, Connor.
Hello, everyone. I don't know how to use a mic, so I've been given the nice one where I don't have to touch anything.
Yeah, we gave the drummer a mic that's on a stand and it won't move, and he's just there with a massive cup of tea, and that is where he is staying.
Yeah, I'm not fucking moving.
that's on brand for you, Connor. Sit at the back and don't move.
Yeah.
Pretty
This is
much.
why I do what I do.
Right, so we're not going to do any bullshit introductions. If you want one about Connor, it is like episode 2 of season 1.
I was thinking we did already do like the whole what's your favourite shape of pasta.
Yeah, we've done all
Connor.
that.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not there.
I
Yeah.
do have one more though.
Oh, go on.
I do have a new one that we added to the podcast, and that is so I'll add it on now. If you could pick any band to write you a WWE walk-on track,
Okay.
if you were a WWE superstar, which band would you pick? And are you picking one of their already made songs, or are you getting them to write you a special one?
Or, I mean, you've got to have a special one, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like, especially, because, like, you've got to go left of field, I think. Go with something completely weird. So I'm going to go with Coca Cola.
Oh, shit, let's go.
Like, how much of a fucking laugh would that be? even something
Didn't
like
you say Kubla?
No, I said not loose. Corporate Kalani are a folk metal band.
Yes.
folk
Like,
metal
yeah,
drinking,
yeah.
like they're just hilarious.
Like,
That's
imagine the lights go down and then the accordion starts.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how
Oh,
much- how
I'm into
left
that,
of field
I'm
and, like,
into that, I'm into that.
Whoever you phone be absolutely shitting themselves. That'll fucking is it Hylong?
What, Hylong?
Yeah.
The ones who did
Yeah. The fucking
the really weird ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would literally be, especially if they whip out that fucking that series like
it's that
the
means like
Carings.
the Romans in the camp, and then the trees start fucking making noises.
Yeah, the massive Celtic war horn.
Yeah,
So you-
Carnix. Yes.
So you'd almost go for like the Code Orange that did when they did that WWE tune. I can't remember who it's for. They kind of went for the weird vibe, didn't they?
Yeah, I can't remember if I listened to the song because it was with that bloke. I can't remember his name. Never mind. Well,
John Smith.
feel free to fact check us on
are
that
you,
because none of us watch wrestling.
Are you a heel or a
Face
face?
of the
are
good
you-
guys.
Remind me again, because
So
I know nothing about
heels
wrestling.
are like, or are you an underdog? That's like the third kind of secret option for a wrestler.
Okay, so in wrestling, you have a face, which is the good guy.
Right.
So essentially, like what John Cena is now.
Uh-huh.
Which is like, oh, look at me,
So,
I'm the nice
yeah,
guy. I'm in
but-
Disney films.
But he used to be a heel.
Yeah, John Cena in the 90s was
he-
Dan's a heel, isn't he?
yeah, Dan's a
Dan
heel.
Will.
Yeah. So the heel is the guys that the crowd love to hate. Like they're like the bad guys, but actually, people like to hate them. But
Yeah,
they show
yeah,
up
yeah.
and people boo.
Everyone
and
loves the
everything.
villain.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
always
It's
loves
all a
the
bit of
villain.
theatrics.
And the underdog's just like, I'm new and I'm scrappy and I'm gonna
Yeah.
take a title belt.
Yeah, and the underdogs almost always, what it seems like, just end up winning because they are the underdog and everybody loves an underdog and they end up winning like the US title.
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me, not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
come out of nowhere.
Be the new guy and just win everything.
To be fair, I was thinking about this question with Connor being on today, and the thing is, I just had this really weird and vivid mental image
dear.
that Connor would be like a luchador,
Wearing the mask.
even though Connor has no Mexican or Spanish heritage.
No.
His family are from Scotland.
Yeah.
Scottish luchador. Come on.
What would you tell you what?
do you know what?
What would your wrestling name be if you were the Scottish luchador?
I have no fucking idea.
He's gotta be, wasn't there like the film that Jack Black was in where he's like Nacho Libre?
Yeah,
So wouldn't it be
Nacho
like
Libre.
Haggis Muck? Like it had to be
dear
so bad.
It'd have to be so bad. Like it'd have to be like
Lock luchador.
No, because
Like
luchador.
the-
but luchador's a Spanish word, so it'd
Yeah.
have to be like offensively Scottish stereotype,
it would have to be
like Iron McBrew.
made of girders.
It is made of iron girders. It's made of rust and iron girders. So
I'm Iron McBrew, and my finisher is the girder.
Oh god.
And we are taking signing deals very soon for this.
We're also barred from Scotland now.
The Wolves Don't Sleep Championship belt fight.
Oh my god.
tell you what, who do you think out of the six of us, who would win in a wrestling match?
Dan Bradley.
Dan Bradley.
I've seen him in pits, man.
He's a big heel. though, isn't he?
Actually, that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Is Dan a heel or an
Yes.
underdog?
Oh, heel.
He's a heel. Yeah, he's a big heel.
100% a
isn't he?
heel.
I think the only people in our band who end up being faces are James and Bing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bing is 100% a face. Like,
Yeah.
he is like the Kurt Angle, like, comes out to trumpet, like, he comes out to like the NFL theme or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
No.
just in his fucking
That, yeah.
Bucks NFL jersey.
Yeah, that point
Yeah.
with Dan Bradley in pits. When we went to see Bleed in London.
Yeah.
And he just
yeah.
fucking careers
Yeah,
through the
he
whole
is- no,
from
like,
nowhere, and he's
I
just
think-
coming
I-
barreling through.
I think we said this the other week, didn't we? It was Dan Bradley when he actually gets into a pit and he's had a couple drinks. He is a train.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
This is why I love Dan at times, because it's difficult at times to get him like motivated to do something. When he does it,
Yeah.
he's
yeah,
Yeah,
and that
he's-
applies to everything in life.
Yeah.
yeah.
I.e., being in a pit, he is a train.
yeah.
Especially if someone knocks his pint out of his hand. That's it. You are on the floor.
Oh mate, no.
That's
The worst one. I mean, yeah, you do that if you knock his drink out of his hand. I've still got like PTSD, and like every time I go to the O2 Institute in Birmingham now, I just have this PTSD. Like when we were stood near the bar for Viart,
Yeah.
and it's when me and Adam went to go see Scarlord, and when we were stood there as the opening act, I'm going to say act because it was a man with a laptop.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Trap metal is interesting, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
cannot deny the vibes of the show. It was fucking sick. And so a song drops and it sampled a band that we really like. Bear in mind, I'd literally just got a full pint from the bar. Adam Clark.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Adam Clark could have...
Podcast regular Adam Clark.
could have signed for an NFL team with the accuracy of the punt. Like straight up, riff drops, and I just feel my pint go, and it goes over. Touchdown conversion points. Like I
Amazing.
stood there for a second and went, "Fuck, that was a shot. Fuck, that was my pint."
Adam Mahomes, right?
And yeah, and whoever ended up with that pint on their head, I am so sorry. But also, touchdown, Chiefs. Right, so since we are semi-structuring everything, I've got some bits
Yeah.
that cover like news and stuff. You've got some bits.
I've got a couple things, yeah.
Do you want to start, or do we want to like
Professional
alternate?
I've tell you what, I've got one to start with.
Yeah, shall we do an alternation
yeah,
thing? I feel
so
like that's a good one. Yeah.
My topic of the day is that architects are back.
Oh, that was my top. That was my first one as well.
I told you. We just said that before this podcast. We said, I think I've got something that you probably have as well. But so architects are back with a controversially angry song.
Well, disclaimer. as we get in,
I've still not fucking heard it.
you've not
because-
listened to it.
No, because I didn't realise.
Okay,
and then it
so,
was like, oh, shit.
I have a slight idea.
Well, I've got a
Should we
disclaimer.
edit in the time it takes for Connor to quickly listen and come back.
Well, let me start with the disclaimer,
Yeah.
and then we'll pause or just
pause
leave it running,
And,
then
let Connor listen to
Connor
it.
listen
and
to
we'll
it.
come back to it after he's listened to
Yeah,
it.
we'll also edit out all this bollocks. So disclaimer: I have nothing against the last few Architects records.
Oh,
I,
no, me neither.
I think they are good, but I just prefer heavier music.
That's fine.
That's anyway.
So we're gonna go away for Connor to listen to it, so we can enjoy the enjoy
The new Architects, and then we can talk about
We'll
it.
come back and talk about it. Right, we're back from Connor listening to it. Connor, initial thoughts?
Like, I made some noises during that we can't broadcast.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I
that
will
was
cut them out, don't
fucking
worry.
incredible.
Yeah, definitely should have filmed some of that for the bit. but-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That was fucking incredible.
All right.
A-
Controversial? What?
Okay.
Right, so I will explain myself because I've been doing some reading and I've actually
You
read
mean-
the lyrics on this one.
And also,
Right.
you've been on r/metalcore this week.
I haven't actually
have you
been on
not?
slash metalcore, but I've been on
Are
various.
you telling me there are people that don't like that song?
No.
No.
Good, because they're
So,
wrong.
for those that don't know, Architects are a band that the metalcore scene just chose to either love or hate, and a lot of their fans choose to hate it when they do anything different but blares and breakdowns.
I mean, as much as blares and breakdowns are 90% of our lifeblood, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
God forbid
But-
a band decide to
Branch
do,
out slightly.
Branch
do
out
whatever they
and-
want
and do
Fuck
something.
me.
So
Right. Their own music. Oh, my God.
this song, Seeing Red, it's got a main theme behind it, and you hear like the children's voices on the sample saying,
Yeah, who's
you
that
only
thing-
love us when we're seeing red." Basically, as a throw to no, everybody only apparently likes Architects when they're angry.
Yeah,
and not
like,
making more poppy metalcore music. So this whole song, I believe, and I know the way that Architects operate, is a big flex on everybody that says anything different than what they want, anything different about what Architects want to do with their lighter stuff.
Yeah,
so
no,
in
it's-
recent years, everybody's come out and said, "Oh, why aren't Architects heavy anymore? Why are Architects
Yeah,
silly?"
you do hear that a lot.
it's especially when Josh left Architects,
Yeah.
and obviously probably because he just wanted to carry on doing Silosis, because
yeah,
Architects have a
100%.
very rigorous touring schedule, and he wants to be in Silosis, which is his band.
Yeah, it's his band.
And obviously, as soon as Josh left, the first comments on the internet were like, "Oh, it's because they want to do this poppy shit, and obviously Josh only wants to write metal." Even though I'm pretty sure Josh is more than capable of doing everything because he's horrendous.
Josh Middleton,
Yeah,
he's
he's a
fucking
horrendously
horrendous.
talented
I
man.
mean, he was one of the main writing forces behind For Those That Wish to Exist.
But
And
people don't read the
classic
CD
symptoms
notes.
of it, yeah. But
You can't use the evidence
and
against them. No.
there was arguments against it. There was even people saying that Josh Middleton couldn't do the heavy stuff, but Tom could.
Josh
Oh,
Middleton
yeah.
can't
Sorry,
write
have
heavy
you,
music.
have you seen what Josh Middleton can fucking do?
Josh Middleton, the absolute brainchild of Silosis,
Yeah.
and you telling me that he can't keep up with the heavy stuff. I know he doesn't like his low tunings, and a lot of early
Mr.
Silosis
Death Metal
was
himself.
Mr. E standards because Metallica,
Yeah.
but
Right.
he can definitely do the heavy stuff. So, but I read down some of the lyrics, and they're all essentially just taking out of not out of context, comments that people make about Architects when they like to hate them.
Yeah, it's very on
So
the
they're just
nose.
calling people
So
out,
and
which
it's,
I
and it's
love.
very,
I
and
love
it's
that.
very sarcastic. So, like the sample, like I said, we only ever love you when you're seeing red. Basically means like we
Yeah,
only
no,
like
that's a good
Architects
point.
when they're heavy. We're all you need. We'll make you royalty. We'll be the best of enemies. Saying like,
Yeah.
hate us if you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
The chorus, is very, very sarcastic. Read me at my rights. I'll never grow tired of your great advice. That's really sarcastic. that
Yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is,
just a bit.
The thing is, though, man, it's like Architect. You're right. This is just a flex.
Oh yeah, it's a huge flex. I'm here for it. I love that Architects just send it
Like-
when it,
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Like, Architects are in position now; they can do whatever the fuck they want.
and
Yeah.
they
And again,
basically
it's their-
came back
their
and
music, their
they
stuff.
just went, guess what? We can still do heavy if we want. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, and it's the same as like the Bring Me effect.
Yeah.
Basically,
It is exactly that.
because it's like bring me do whatever Bring Me want to now. Yeah, some of the stuff isn't heavy as a lot of people might like. Personally, I got into Bring Me after the deathcore thing.
Same, really.
Mainly because like me and Connor were too busy being elitist when we would.
Oh,
were
we
younger.
really were.
Yeah,
We
so
really
we missed out on some good shit, but you got to take the L's.
Yeah.
But essentially, but then Bring Me dropped that song with Corpse, which is one of the heaviest things they've done in a very long time.
Yeah.
So every ego on the planet exploded, myself included. But also on the flip side, I like other stuff that they've done because that's the whole point. If bands keep doing the same thing over and over again, it does get boring.
Everything's boring and one-dimensional that way. Like, it's one of my favourite things about Architects is the range of stuff.
Yeah.
You've got the mode, you've got the lighter stuff, and then they'll punch you in the fucking face with something like that.
And like, if you honestly only want bands to keep doing the same thing, if they keep doing the same thing, people will then complain that that they're doing the same thing. You just can't win because that's just how people are, and they can suck it.
But the other thing I love about this and knowing it's a flex is obviously they brought back the blare.
Yeah.
Because people like to hate Architects for not doing the blare because it's apparently Sam Carter's thing. And
He's very good at it.
the sample in the breakdown when it drops and it says "Are you happy now?" and plays a ride bell.
Yeah.
It's like the classic metalcore breakdown.
Yeah.
It's like the most 100% on the nose. We are taking the piss out of all of
It's
you.
heavy riffs. There's big choruses. There's modern Architects choruses in there as well.
Yeah.
So they still went, hey, here's still what we sound like, but also here's some heavy stuff.
But also, here's a block
like,
of wood
there's
hitting in
funny
the
noises
face.
on the guitars. There's ride things.
Yeah.
There's samples. There's
The other main takeaway. Sorry, Connor, you go.
I was going to say, just more of that, please.
yeah.
Like,
And not only that, I'll just make it sound like the people complaining. Like, I'm happy with what the Architects do, but if on the next album there's like some newer type stuff, but like interspersed, there's some heavier stuff.
oh yeah,
Well, they did it on their last album. So their last track on their last album, "Be Very Afraid."
Oh yeah,
They
that.
went, screw it, let's just do a heavy one, boys, because they can.
Yeah, and I was very here for it. And also the fact, as Alex kind of worked out, but before it dropped, all the synths were done by Mick Gordon.
oh really?
Yeah. The man who has created some of the most undeniable riffs for the Doom soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's been working with a few metalcore bands recently.
Yeah, he's done Motionless.
He was a very big part in Monuments' latest album.
Yeah. I'm very here for Mick Gordon making bands sound like the Doom soundtrack.
100%.
But yeah, that was my segment. That's Architects are back in a very big way.
Sound.
Architects are back. Architects fucking slap.
A lot of people are pleased by it, but as the internet goes with Architects, a lot of people aren't pleased with it.
Why on now Architects are doing the thing that I wanted them to do?
Now I'm angry.
Now I'm angry again
Yeah.
because I need something else to complain about.
Yeah.
Why did Architects cave and do what I want them to? Cowards.
I mean,
Right.
basically, at the end of the day, Architects win because
But, yeah.
because they're the ones laughing in the studio making this song.
I mean,
Yeah,
are
100%.
you there behind the keyboard? Are you playing arena shows? Because we're not.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there's some in the lyrics have some very heavy referencing to keyboard warriors as well.
Yeah, it's
I want to go back through it all now. I want to just listen to the song again. It was really good.
No,
Right.
it is a very good song. Anyway,
sound. I've got a few more bits.
Yeah, sound
Have
a
you
nice
got any
one.
more bits to like?
I've got a bit that I want to save for later.
Alright, sound cool. We'll power through my big list of shiz.
Okay.
Next one. So what did we do at the weekend, boys?
Oh yeah, weirdly that was going to be one of my things, but I forgot. But I guess 5 out of 6 of us went to see Lorna Shore in
had a
Slamchester.
lovely-
In
Another
Slamchester. Also, fun enough, one of our favourite cities to play.
Yeah,
Oh, I fucking love Manchester.
Manchester is a great city.
Big up the
Full stop.
0161.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to go see Lorna Shore, and
We had a very good time.
obviously they banged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other bands on the bill.
Rivers of Phil.
Right, we'll go from the bottom. We'll go from the fucking bottom. So obviously it was openers all the way from the Netherlands. It was Distant, who I am a massive fan
All
of.
the way for the Netherlands.
Was it Netherlands?
No, distant or Australian.
No, Distant from the Netherlands.
No.
Google it. I swear to God. They even said on stage. They're from the Netherlands. They are European.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't think
it was
so,
Rivers
mate.
of Nile that were Netherlands.
No.
No, they're from Reading.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna
Not
sit
Reading,
here.
not Reading, America. Reading, Pennsylvania.
I'm gonna sit here and wait while you Google, as I'm going to be right. Just edit in some elevator music here.
Oh yeah.
Elevate. I keep
Heading from Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and Bratislava, Slovakia.
You're distant.
Distant.
I'm sure.
Suck my dick.
I'm sure.
This is also the band that he was most interested in seeing of the night.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
So,
like objectively, my favorite band of the evening.
Like,
My apologies,
yeah,
Steve.
they were fucking
Obviously.
sick. I wouldn't say objectively best band.
No, I don't know.
Big up for them opening on the SpongeBob theme. That was really
Yeah.
good.
That was excellent.
No, I'm not saying that they are better than any of the band on the line. Just objectively for me, they just
Oh, yeah,
do,
no,
they just do something.
Distant were very
They
good.
like scratched that
all
itch.
of the
Yeah.
bands were very good.
And it was followed by the Slam Kings.
Slamchester Zone.
Yeah, can we talk about Ingested getting everybody to sing Wonderwall because they were in
Just
Manchester?
the build up of Don't Leave Me Hanging. Sing it with me. Nobody
Yeah,
knows what he's going to do.
Yeah, that was a weird one because
maybe.
generally with Ingested you don't kind of sing along because you generally can't.
Because it's fucking yeah. But no, we're in Manchester.
We're in Manchester, so everyone's going to sing Oasis.
Yep.
Because Oasis are from Manchester.
Yeah, and Lorna Shore had Pyro, which is a big one for technically a deathcore show.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
True,
vibe
yeah.
though. I am here for like heavier bands embracing show shit
Yeah, and production.
and
Oh
production.
god, yeah.
And let's not forget about
Rivers of
Rivers of
of
Nile.
Nile.
Good lads.
Up until
Hi,
recently,
James.
because of how it's spelt, I thought it was Rivers of Nihil. No one's corrected me until we got to the gig. And everyone's like, pretty sure it's Rivers of Nile. No, it isn't. It's Rivers of Nihil. It's how it's spelt.
It's only because James and his missus are very into weird, like black metal-y melodic stuff, and James was very into Rivers of Nile.
To be fair,
Again, the only reason James was really there.
Yeah,
to be fair, they were pretty
They
good.
were
Yeah, they
incredible.
were really good.
I
The,
really
the
enjoyed
newest
them.
song they drop, I genuinely really liked. So
Yeah.
I think when the new album drops, I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was going to
so
do like the deep dive, but
yeah,
I listened to the other day.
But yeah, so Lorna, what we love to see at the moment is tours are doing that thing which they used to do back in the mid 2000s where they were just stacked.
Wall
where it's
to
like
wall bangers.
every
Yeah.
band is sick. There might be bands on the lineup that you don't know. At least listen to them. You don't have to like actively stand near the front, or just stand
Yeah.
in the pit. At least give them a chance because you never know. 'Cause
most venues there will be space where you can just stand and enjoy
Sound desk.
music.
yeah.
Yeah. Sound desk
By the
all the way.
sound desk is one of my particular favourites.
Yeah,
In the venue.
because that's where the sound will be the best.
Exactly.
By far. Yeah.
But that's the thing, is like our guitarist James and his missus really into Rivers of Nile. Not the rest of it. None of us had really listened to him. But we watched the whole set anyway, and they were decent. So
yeah, like I said, they were probably technically, like in terms of like physical musicianship, best band.
yeah, because
Technicalities.
Technicality-wise,
they
absolutely.
take it.
Yeah,
Like
could-
Lorna Shore take the show, obviously, because
It's
headliners, the amount of like show they put on, and
Yeah.
they're just great.
And it's
Will
Will
Ramos is
Ramos
just fucking
doing the
ridiculous.
noises.
Yeah,
but like the fact that we were watching Bing have a meltdown during Rivers of Nile when the
he had
bassist
a
who's,
crisis.
the
bless him.
bassist who's also the vocalist is singing while tapping his bass at the same time.
doing
yeah.
both
And I'm
incredibly.
pretty sure it was a six
I'm
string
pretty
as
sure
well.
Bing quit his instrument about 7 times that night.
Yeah,
I mean, I quit being a vocalist about 6 times.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like, let's be real. But
the
yeah,
second that's
so,
not actually stood up, I was like, fucking hell.
but yeah, so that was good. We love gigs.
We do indeed love gigs.
But on the
Do
way,
not love taking 4.5 hours to get back.
Oh god, no.
That was an interesting one. So you made.
We
you
love
and
the
James,
snow.
You and James made it back fairly all right,
in
right?
record time.
Did you?
Well, like I said, we got up there really easily.
Oh yeah, it was
getting
really
there
nice,
absolutely
really nice
fine.
getting up there, like minimal traffic, just a little bit back, essentially approaching Manchester. On the way back, it snowed very heavily, and you've heard bits of this story, Steve, but I think Connor can recount quite well.
Well, I
because he
mean,
was-
I've got stories as well from our journey as well. So like we've got
Yours was just a fucking.
we've got
trip.
like, so we had 2 cars on on the way because the amount of people that came with us. So it was me and James in the Hammers mobile, and in Alex's car it was Alex, Connor, Bing, and our mate Katie. So I'll let you boys go because me and James had a relatively easy roll back, but I'll cover the few things that happened to us.
Yeah, you had a bit of weird stuff, but not.
Usually when it snows and you're on the motorway, you go, okay, it should be all right because we're in the UK. It won't settle because the motorway is busy, and
It doesn't have time to. It'll be fine.
and like usually the road temperature is a bit warmer, so it won't settle or anything like that. Nope. This we got. I think it's the M62 out of Manchester towards Stoke.
Boo, Stoke.
I know, one of the
Oh, definitely boo Stoke in this
yeah.
story, definitely.
in this story, and then
I've nothing against the place,
Come
but
into
damn.
Snoke.
Snoke.
That's
That
Star
is-
Wars.
No, that's just a reference of snow-covered Stoke, which it was. So Snoke, fucking
Here we go.
Stoke was a complete whiteout.
Completely, yeah.
All the A50 was completely covered, and this is a busy road considering.
Yeah.
Usually. I do not normally expect to be stuck in traffic, standstill traffic, at 1 a.m. in Stoke.
Nah.
So basically, what had happened was further down the roads. If you're not familiar with this particular piece of road, it kind of undulates quite heavily.
And it's the
Lot of hills, bit of
big
tunnels.
bridge thing.
Yeah,
The big
yeah.
bridge thing
Big
and
tunnel,
everything like that. A lorry had gone underneath a bridge.
Oh, it was
and-
under a bridge.
No,
So it just gone past
gone
it.
past one of the big bridges,
And then,
and then jackknifed in the middle of the road.
Absolute top tier driving.
Like,
yeah,
it didn't look like there was any like particular damage or any.
no,
anything bad to it, but it was just couldn't.
because of snow and because nobody can drive in snow.
And no one's really going to risk overtaking in case they get fucked.
Yeah, we were stuck in Stoke for a good part of probably
the reason,
2.5 hours.
So the reason you guys were stuck is because no one wanted to risk driving.
I mean, there
around.
was essentially a lane
yeah,
that no one would do it. So we got there. I mean, like I said, we got to the back of this traffic, and then
Yeah,
there was just
and
like
then
we
we
were
were
just at this.
stopped.
Yeah,
there seemed to be taxis full of people on their way back from a night out because cut to us having moved forward a little bit in the traffic because we managed to go over the top on a roundabout. and
yeah.
come
So
down
we
the other
came
side
off.
quite
Round the
harrily.
road, came off. Oh mate, that roundabout was mad.
That,
It was a. I think we can get up there. Can we get up there? No, we shouldn't risk it.
Yeah.
It's been a while though. Nobody's moving. We've seen a couple of cars.
Yeah,
Let's risk
I
it.
eventually went, screw it, we'll risk it.
Had no issue.
Yeah,
Absolutely no problem.
We basically park up on the other side, waiting for people to
Yeah,
move.
we basically got the other side
And
of the
then
bridge.
look in my rearview mirror. Oh, there's people running towards us, wearing dresses and high heels.
Yeah. All these
in
lasses
the,
have been on a
in the
night out.
snow, and who
Dressed
seem to-
for
who
a
seem
night
to-
out.
Who seem to sort of run forward and seem to like catch a lift in another taxi further forward.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. What they're essentially doing is a version of Frogger, but it's with taxis.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
so-
are we going to talk about this absolute champion of a man?
Oh yeah.
Who I'm pretty sure, like, so you've got all these women who were coming down, like, wandering down the side of the A50.
Please don't do this at home.
Yeah, do not do Jesus Christ. Like, the absolute death wish. This and all the people who came down from
Yeah,
the roundabout, like, came
yeah.
to join the road and then did a U-turn and went back up the slipway.
I mean,
Like, the wrong way up it, which is...
Road rules just don't count when there's traffic
Yeah.
and or snow.
They just
Yeah.
go out the
In
window
which
completely.
case
I know it was like
somebody's
2 a.m, but damn.
sometimes you just gotta like pull some illegal shit to get out of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Like I say, there was this one guy, basically, who went all the way up. It must have been right up to where this lorry had jackknifed, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And came back along. Everybody was like, oh, cool. All the lorries are going to go to this side. Cars, you can still get
Oh,
behind
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Went
yeah.
past every single car, letting
Like an
everyone know what the plan
absolute
was.
hero.
I saw him pushing like 2 cars.
Did he have a high vis on?
No,
He didn't.
no.
Should have had a
It
high vis
wasn't
on.
He
It
should have
wasn't
had-
Dan Bradley, sadly.
Like always have a high vis, but yeah, that's kind of
Absolute
what you
champion
fucking
of a
need in
man.
the situation. Someone to actually take control of the situation,
And that's what he
because
did.
that is the main thing that always happens when it snows in this country.
And I'm pretty sure I had like 4 of these women in his car. But
Oh yeah. He was their saviour.
Top shagger of steak.
Exactly.
Amazing. So on the flip side, while this is happening, me and James got directed by Google Maps because it went, a route is faster if you go this way. And we just went, yeah, all right, we'll trust you, Google.
Oh, this is where we must have gone wrong because my phone was out of battery, and so we had to use Bing's iPhone, in which he chose Apple Maps.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
So
Apple Maps could not be trusted.
here's my personal recommendation from here on out: just get Google Maps.
Like, it'll
We-
send
we
you some
proved on that
weird,
night that-
weird ways.
I know that all the Apple fanboys will have a go at me in the comments or whatever or wherever,
But you're wrong.
You're
You're
wrong.
wrong. You're wrong.
Categorically.
Like,
But
Google
yeah,
Maps.
like, we could do a whole podcast just on the weird routes that Google Maps will take you sometimes.
But we get there.
But you get there relatively quickly. You know.
But yeah, so while this was happening, we got redirected, and as me and James are coming through the snow and the fog, we were having a conversation about something, and then in the distance I see a lot of red lights,
Oh,
and it was a goddamn Coca Cola Christmas truck.
truck.
I didn't know they were real.
I thought. To be fair, I thought I've only ever seen them in the adverts.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like the McDonald's burger picture in the.
Yeah.
no,
They don't-
It's way back. Like if you ever were to see like an
The real
actual
thing.
Coca-Cola truck, it probably wouldn't be as real as it looks in the.
Well,
advert.
the thing is, we only saw it from a distance. We got enough that it was like we could see it Coca-Cola and I could
see
see
what it
Santa,
is.
but it was going the same way as us for the most part. So James just looks at me and goes, "We're going after it." So we are like trying to safely bomb it after this truck, so we can get closer to it to get a picture to send you boys.
In the heaving snow.
In the heaving
Yeah.
snow, we were trying to chase down the Coca-Cola lorry. But the weirdest thing is, we went round one corner. Bear in mind, this was coming towards Snake Pass.
Yeah.
Through the peak, so there's not much other way to go. The damn thing just vanished. Straight up.
See,
So-
I didn't even realise you guys went through the Snake Pass. That was a big old no for me.
Oh yeah, it was a
In
big
that
old no
weather.
for us. There was some dodgy driving that we went, but we were sensible.
Gotta chase that lorry, man.
We had to go after the Coca-Cola
You
lorry.
can't not.
Actually,
You can't not.
Yeah, you can't.
You see the opportunity, you got to take it.
Which then basically went to an entire conversation of James looking at me and just being like, "The thing is, Steve, I've had a relatively normal couple of weeks, yeah." And I go, "Well, yeah, like we've just been working." So he's like, "No. My point is, every time I hang out with the band, something happens.
Weird stuff happens.
It's
It
just
does.
like Coca-Cola lorries, not
Yeah,
real.
true.
Apparently they are when it's band day."
Yeah.
I do have a question, by the way. Did you listen to the end of service and the national anthem
Yes, there's
and
video.
the shipping forecast?
Yeah, the shipping forecast.
Okay,
Yeah,
good. That is tradition in the
yeah,
that is
we got
tradition,
the
you have to
shipping
do it.
forecast and the
Whenever
national
we
anthem.
are either at a show or on tour
Whatever-
or just out at 1 a.m. in a
Whatever
car,
journey back at that time.
we listen to the shipping forecast. Try and predict what the shipping forecast is going
On
to say.
BBC Radio 4, the
Wolves and
best radio
Sleep,
station.
sponsored by BBC Radio 4.
We will not get sponsored by the BBC.
Absolutely not.
Could you imagine?
I would love to.
The amount of times we fucking swore that
The Wolves and Sleep podcast now found on BBC Radio 4.
absolutely not.
Up next, The Archers. To be fair, Gardener's
that was
question
brilliant.
time does bang. I don't really do any gardening, but it's really
There's
interesting.
like. It's my favourite thing about Radio 4. There's always something. Like, you turn it on and they're in the middle of some
I really
weird conversation.
I really like the World Service. You know, after 1
oh yeah,
a.m.,
no, the World Ser- yeah.
like when there's just some absolute crap on there.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing to listen to.
I love it.
Oh yeah, but it's reliable because you know what you're getting from Radio 4.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
The main reason I started listening to Radio 4 is because I knew that I like some of the comedy shows like Dead Ringers and stuff
Yeah.
is on
Yeah.
there. And also, this makes me sound like an absolute fucking elitist. There's no music.
I know I get you, but I get the same out of either podcast or audiobooks.
Yeah.
I think the
Because-
thing is as well, though, like, because we do listen to so much music, like being in bands and stuff and like being involved in it.
No,
like,
it's
having
more,
a
it's
having
more,
a break from it.
The stuff on the radio is just wank. Like,
Yeah.
especially like,
I mean, in fact, I don't listen to music on the radio.
well, like I've only got my car's not got DAB, So all I've got is
the Spotify and stuff like that, though.
Oh no, I can plug my phone in.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I've just got the radio on because I don't want to listen to music or audiobook or whatever.
Yeah.
It's more like radio.
But that's what I mean, because Spotify's going all the time, essentially. So it's just like... Blah, 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 blah.
I like it because, when I'm out of the house at 7 in the morning and on the road, I'm not going to be listening to blast beats, although it has been known.
I mean,
it has happened.
Depends what kind of a day it is.
I have woken up in a mood and just listened to Kublai Khan on the way
There's
into
nothing
work.
better for it.
And just like...
Sometimes there's nothing better than when the Spotify DJ, the AI DJ goes, I've chosen a mood, and that mood is rage. Here's Lorna Shore, and I'm like, okay, yeah, now I'm up for it. But most of the time, when I'm up at 7 in the morning, I don't want to be absolutely blasting my ears with...
I mean,
music that I listen to.
It does motivate me for the day when I'm driving to work with Radio 4 on, and a Tory MP is getting absolutely destroyed by one of the presenters. That gives me just a little bit.
Are we turning this into a politics podcast?
No, Connor, you're right. Like
we almost made it into a dating podcast last time. Let's not.
Oh, we've still got the back end.
Still got the back end.
We'll cover that when we get there. We'll give you the law. Okay. But yeah, so we saw the Coca Cola truck that was lit, and also we saw a bloke who was definitely possibly drink driving and ended up in a bush on Bramcote Park.
Oh God, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like you know Bramcote Park.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
So anyone who's local to Nottingham who's aware of Bramcote Park, it's in Bramcote, shocker. But the way that the bushes are is the bushes are a couple of feet off the ground.
Yeah, like.
So
4 or 5.
The brake light that I saw in the distance, because we were coming through and there were 2 blokes in the road. I assumed that there were a couple of people out fucking around the snow on the way in from the pub. Because I would.
Saw a couple of people doing that. We saw a couple of people.
The amount of people, like when we got back home, that were just out,
especially,
and it's like 4:30 in the morning. They were just
when
about.
we actually made it back into like civilization.
Yeah, the amount of times like going past me was like, "Why are you up? Go to bed. Go to bed."
Yeah, but it's snowing, and I want to play in the snow.
There were people making snowmen in the street
after being out in whatever club or pub.
Did you find the message I left on your driveway?
No.
The snow it must have carried on snowing.
It
did come down.
It didn't stop until like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I wrote "Hi James" on your driveway.
Hi James,
because I thought it was funny.
If you're listening, Hi James.
But yeah, no. So basically, as we got closer, there was like this light in the bush, but it was at about head height.
Jesus.
I thought these 2 blokes had just yeeted an e-scooter, which is a valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, it's early hours in the morning.
Drunk people going to drunk. No, it was a whole ass SUV.
Oh.
So me and James stop.
SUV as well, man.
Me and James stop and we're like, "Yo, you good?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're fine. So we're like, "Cool, we're gonna bounce then."
Yeah.
Because if no one's dead and you're on the phone, so you call the cops, we're good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna hang around. Like, we did it. Like, it sounds really bad.
Yeah, no, you've stopped. You've done.
I'm not gonna hang about for whatever's, because if you're just waiting for pickup, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So we're about.
You can't lift a car out of a wall.
Especially not me and James. Right?
The smallest and the skinniest.
Yeah, the smallest and the skinniest. But yeah, so as we were about to pull off, the bloke comes up and knocks on James's window. James winds his window down. The bloke goes, "So what do I do? Do I call the police?" And we're like, we both look at him and went, "Yes."
Yes.
And he went, "All right, cool. So then we drove off, and James just looked at me and went, "You could smell the alcohol, right?" I was like, "No, because I'm on the other side of the car to you."
Yeah.
And he went, "Nah, that guy was reeking of booze." And I was just, because we were really trying to like do the maths of how that car got there. Moral of the story, don't fucking drink drive.
Yeah.
And plus ice and snow.
Ice and snow.
Snow, drink. Just,
mate,
it's
honestly,
amazing that nobody's dead.
Like immediately,
Honestly.
just don't fucking drink and drive.
Just don't fuck about.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he just hit a wall. Like,
Well, he hit a bush. But
could have hit any.
Yeah, no, it could have been. There's actually houses straight off the main road as well.
Crashed into another car that wouldn't have easily been able to stop, and that's it.
Like, yeah, could have hit me and James. That would have been fun.
But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and preach about the dangers of drink driving.
Basically,
just don't fucking do it.
Don't be a dickhead. And also, if you don't know how to drive in snow, learn. So
valuable life skills.
Cool. Right, moving on to
I have a small segment that I've just thought about.
Go for
bit
it.
Of news.
Go for it.
GTA 6 has been announced.
It has,
and
everyone watched the trailer?
I have, yes. I can feel my PC melting already.
Oh no, that's definitely going to be like a technical trailer because it's going to be released on PlayStation 5 and the Series S, and my PC can hack it. What GPU you got?
Question mark on that one. It will be very next gen, I imagine.
No, because it says it's going to release on the current gen as well.
Yeah, but it'll be
like
very
you know when they
high-end.
released Cyberpunk.
What
like
I imagine they might do, but this is me just speculating. They might do a Rockstar, and they'll release it on console, and then they'll go. Then
Here's
they'll
a better
release it on
version
PC
PC.
alongside the PlayStation 6.
Well, yeah,
and whatever
because
the next
I-
Xbox
Yeah,
is.
that'll be.
GTA 6 isn't going to come out to what, like next year, which is 2024.
2025.
Oh, till 2025.
That the advert,
And it
everyone
could be
got really
Q4
excited.
as well.
So the big thing is that everyone got really excited, and then the advert right at the very end said coming 2025.
Yeah.
Laugh,
That's
though,
because
innit?
that could still be Q4 2020.
I mean, to be
That's a whole
fair-
other
Yeah.
year.
I enjoyed GTA 5. Good game, even though it took forever to get onto PC.
It was worth it when it came onto PC.
Oh, it was worth it, don't get me wrong, which means by then I might be able to afford a new graphics card.
It's very true.
But it is still, like, 10 years on, it's still one of the biggest games of all time.
Oh, yeah, no, they've been raking in money.
This
from
is the thing with
Warner.
Rockstar as well. Though. Like they build a fucking good
Yeah.
game.
I mean,
they know what they're
only,
doing.
They only make, like, a handful of games, but they make
do
the
them
best
so
games.
well.
To be fair, I still haven't finished Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
You're not.
Mate, it's
man.
because what happened is I had it and then I swapped around my PC operating system through hard drives.
Oh, okay.
And then just kind of forgot to reinstall it because it's on Rockstar's own launcher compared to
Yeah,
Steam and
yeah.
everything else. So I just kind of forget, and then other games have come out.
Baldur's
Yeah,
Gate 3,
like-
hello.
Game of the year, Gamers' Choice Awards winners of everything. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
Did you see Christopher Judge was hosting as well?
Teal'c himself.
Teal'c
yes.
himself. I'm Gonzo from the Muppets. Get in.
I love it. I
Fucking love
love
the
it.
Muppets. But yeah, no, GTA 6 will be sound. We will cover this in 2025, maybe, which means we'll be on about season 10 at that point.
I'm going to say 12.
Yeah, right, cool. Season 12.
Season 12.
There's a stretch.
It is amazing, the trailer, how many real-life Florida events
I was about to say this.
Rockstar put in the trailer.
Again, like they do the work.
Like-
They've done the
like,
source material. You know.
Yeah, it was just the crazy amount of, and you go, oh, all of these things that you've seen in a Grand Theft Auto trailer
Have
are
happened.
real.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they did pick the most fantasy-based city to base the game on, which is Florida.
Miami,
Florida.
Florida. Basically.
I mean-
like, it's
Florida man does crime.
yes,
Yeah.
and
Sam.
fights crocodile.
I mean, to be fair. But yeah, we know it's going to be a good game. It's undeniable because
Or
Rockstar.
alligator, sorry,
And I'm gonna-
alligators are in.
And I'm going to one bomb an alligator. Anyway,
Yeah.
before we go to the next segment, time for a word from our sponsors.
And that's it. Thanks, sponsors. That could be your drink there.
That could be your drink there.
We'll leave a space for you to enter your
Right.
brand name here.
We are back on metalcore band drama.
Metalcore band drama. Okay.
Love a bit of
Right,
that.
so it centers around the band Sworn In.
Right.
For those of you who aren't aware of the band Sworn In, they walked so every modern metalcore band could run. You know the Digitech whammy noise that goes me 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 me.
Yeah.
Sworn In basically made that their entire shtick and going.
Yeah.
So, granted, one of my favorite bands. Let's be real. So, obviously, they're not really a thing anymore because they blew up with the Death Guard album. I got to see them like once on a random Empiricon tour. It was lit. But then the vocalist Tyler left because they just didn't want to do. I don't fucking know. They had a bit of a mentee B and decided to just bounce out. Sworn In got their original vocalist back, and it didn't quite pan out because they basically didn't play anything off the albums that they blew up with, so it didn't really work.
Well, there's your first mistake.
But hey ho, they gave it a crack. But basically, it's basically turned out over the past couple of years that the ex-vocalist Tyler is a bit of a scam artist,
Okay.
which, funny enough, I have also been prey to.
Oh, really?
So essentially, they put up a new project called Jane Doe, and it was like, oh, we're selling merch, and here's some songs. I liked it because it was like kind of like later Sworn In stuff, and like a bit like very like trippy, emotional aggressive music. You know, the
Yeah.
kind of shit I'm into.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll buy a shirt, I'll support you, whatever. That shirt never arrived. Neither did the refund after I chased it.
Oh, man.
I took the
Ooh.
L and lost like 40 quid, including shipping from America in it.
Yeah.
So I just went, you know what? Take the L. You win some, you lose some, whatever. You know, they've got stuff
Still-
going on their personal. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You can't win every
After a
fucking-
certain point, you just
you
give
can't.
it
You
all.
kind of stop giving a shit. But excuse me for burping into the mic. I apologise. Not a very professional BBC Radio 4
I'm
of
sure
me.
somebody will enjoy it.
So I'm going to edit the burp out now and make you seem insane.
No. Actually, that's better.
Great. I'm getting gaslit on my own podcast.
Yep.
Well, there's a lot of gas involved.
Only gaslit editing. Only editing gaslit. We all heard you burp.
So now you have to edit it so there's nothing else but the burp.
Anyway, so
And only you guys know what he did.
I came across this on Twitter last night, like really randomly, because the vocalist from Left to Suffer tweeted at the guitarist I'm sworn in about, and I went, "Ooh, there's drama."
Okay. Is it about your little scam?
No, it's about a scam.
It's about a different scam.
It's a different scam.
Big scale scam?
But it's
or-
kind of like the same kind of vibe. But basically, as I said in the intro on this, Sworn In blew up on an album called The Death Card, which is, funny enough, a hoodie that I recently ordered off Empiricon. So that money actually went to the band, hopefully.
Yeah, some of it.
we
to
like
the
to
band.
hope
Some of it to
Yeah.
the band. But it came from a reputable merch seller.
Yeah.
So this ex-vocalist, Tyler, has decided, just put on their Twitter, that they printed a ton of Death Card hoodies. So people who didn't get one can now get one. But basically, no one's getting those hoodies.
No.
The money's gone.
That's such a trap.
Yeah, exactly. So I went through the whole thing, and literally the whole thing blew up. That he's blocked like every ex-member of sworn in, and he's basically gone, well, they all owe me money because they took me off all the copyright and everything, so I don't get any royalty
don't get me
money.
started.
And it's like, maybe you lost royalty money because you're a prick.
I mean,
I get, right, that bands have to hustle these days.
Oh yeah,
Well,
for
I
sure.
yeah,
really
that's
do.
the name of the game.
But scamming your fans is like the lowest of the low.
It's like it's like
Well,
it's the same.
such
Like, well, you go.
It's such a self-defeating thing as well, because like bands cannot do anything without money from the fans. Like that's just the law of the universe. you know?
Basically, what it is obviously the guys who do this. Obviously, there's obviously something going on. Like some people might be doing it because they are just general dickheads, but I think obviously in this instance it has been implied.
He's got previous, by the sound.
Well, he's
of it.
got previous as well, but it's been implied that the guy's got a lot of stuff wrong with him.
Uh-huh.
But obviously, that I'm not like trying to fucking call him out or anything. I'm saying it's been implied that obviously he's not well, so he might be doing it
Okay.
as like a get rich quick scheme to try and whatever. So basically, if you're in a particularly shitty mindset or a bad place, you're like, right, I need a ton of money now. How could I do that?
Take any opportunity, and, like when you've got that.
That's the thing. Like, if you literally went,
America
oh,
or yeah,
America.
so health system, yeah, okay.
so, but if it's
Well,
like,
there's the thing, like a drowning person will always try and drag someone down with them.
yeah.
It's not right, but it's drowning.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's one of those,
yeah.
but basically no one's going to see that merch. It probably doesn't exist. And then, but the thing is, like, if you actually reconciled with the guys from Sworn In and went, hey, shall we get back together? They could do fucking tours and stuff again.
100%.
Easy. I'd go see them.
But it's like you say, it's that
Put on.
I need money. If it is that at all, like,
Going back to the what we said earlier, if you put on a lineup that has a stacked tour,
that's exactly it.
including Sworn In, they'd make a shit ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, that's the current drama. It's also all blown up over r/metalcore. I will keep tabs on it.
So essentially, make sure you're getting your merch from responsible merch sellers.
Directly
Tune in next
from
time
the band.
for
Yeah.
Steve's update on Twitter drama band beef.
Random Twitter metalcore drama. Coming up next week, Ronnie Radke.
Just assuming
Just,
We don't know, but we're
I mean,
going
it
to.
is very possible, especially the fact that
he's probably started drama right this second.
I mean, to be fair, he probably stopped making drama if metal magazine websites, I say that in inverted comments, stopped writing about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because everyone's like, why does Roddy keep doing stuff? It's like, because every time you do something and give him clicks, he knows it works.
Yeah, Ronnie is an example of someone that has all press is good press for him.
Yeah.
Like sometimes that's not the case. Like obviously bad press is bad press for a reason, but for someone like Ronnie, all press is good press.
I mean, you've also kind of got to remember that a good 95% chunk of the population aren't permanently glued to social media.
Yeah.
So all the stuff of the like Connor's a very good example of this.
I'm the perfect example.
I'm not that far behind Connor, if I'm honest. Like,
Yeah,
I just
like-
stick to
I mean,
my
I still technically have Facebook.
I just stick to my random stuff that I see on Instagram, and that's about it.
Whereas like I'm very clued in. I'm on Reddit all the time. I'll put my hands up and go, hey, like I am very permanently on the internet. Whereas these guys here,
This is the
aren't.
thing. We have you to tell us these things.
Yeah, and also we get to sit here and record it and turn it into content.
Exactly.
So it works. But you know what?
So the system flows.
But at least this isn't as cringy as having a YouTube reaction channel.
Give it like 5 years. I bet.
Yeah, I bet you we go down the YouTube reaction route.
We have
Hey guys, like and
discussed it,
subscribe.
but the difference is compared to a lot of the reaction channels that exist, it feels very premeditated.
Yeah.
Whereas if we literally recorded Connor hearing the Architect song for the first time, that's an actual reaction to someone enjoying music.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas you get the whole thing of like, whoa, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, fuck off with that shit. If you like stuff, just you don't have to turn it. It's not a money making scheme, man. Like, it's bullshit. Like, there are whole people who have YouTube channels where they have
Purely for reaction.
where they have Patreon set up where people can recommend songs.
Yeah,
It's a whole thing. I get it. It's a
I get
thing.
it. Like so, but
It just feels forced to me.
It's again. It's one of those people got
way of
hustle.
making. It's a way of making money these days.
It is a way of making money.
And people watch it.
The game is the game. So
The game. Don't hate the player. Hate the
Hate the
game.
game. Yes.
I mean, it's completely valid. I'm allowed to be mad at it. Will we end up doing content like that? Possibly. But
maybe in our own special way.
yeah, exactly. Because it's us, it will be
Everything we do is our own special way. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Special way.
Exactly.
because it will be dumb as fuck. Cool.
That's kind of our branding right now.
Yeah, I mean, right, cool. Moving on from that, etc., etc. I got 2 more bits left,
Okay.
and then we'll move on to whatever the next section is. So I was at a gig on Wednesday. Finally went to a gig in our hometown of Nottingham.
Oh my God.
Because apparently good metal shows never come to Nottingham.
Because nobody tours here yet.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was the Amity Affliction, Comeback Kid, Alpha Wolf, and the openers were a band called Mugshot.
I have heard of Mugshot.
I
Are
hadn't
they
heard of
beat
them.
down?
I think they were hardcore because
Okay.
I didn't see them, but my mate Ashton did, and he said they were sick.
It does sound like seems really weird. It does sound like Amity with the headliner, right?
Yeah.
It does sound like Amity seemed to be like the outlier on that show. In a weird way.
I get what you mean.
The
Because-
outlier, but the bangers are undeniable.
That's
yeah,
true.
Every
I've
guy with
listened-
stretched ears who buys Vans has heard at least 2 Amity Affliction songs.
Yeah. But you said you got Mugshot, they sounded like they're hardcore.
Yeah.
Right. You've got Comeback Kid, who
Our hardcore band.
you've got Alpha Wolf, who are very heavy hardcore.
Or heavy metalcore. Like.
Yeah, but but they have like hardcore. You could tell they have like
Yeah,
punk
there's a lot of
influences and,
crossover
like,
there.
What does the core and metalcore stand for, Alex? Hardcore.
Yeah. I thought that was a trick question there for a second.
You're like,
But-
yeah, they got a lot of hardcore influences. Like, yeah, because that's what metalcore is.
No, but you know what I mean. Like there is
They
that,
lean
like,
into it a lot more.
There is that like aggressive nature to it. Sometimes metalcore can be slightly less aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, granted, one of my new kinks is just Lockie going, "Come on, you fucking cunts!" Like someone being shouted at by an Australian frontman is infinitely more fun.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
You have a story.
No, fair enough.
Clearly have a story about.
No, I was just talking about just gigs that I went
Oh,
to.
you just telling them what's going on.
Just a thing.
Yeah, just like it was more
Alright.
like
Band of the
because-
night?
Well, we started with fucking talking about Lorna Shore.
We
did,
So
yes,
like,
yeah.
band of the night, Alpha Wolf.
Good lad.
Because it was me and Adam Clark. Adam Clark, who'd been drinking since noon.
It's
love
just a
Adam.
standard day
Yeah. Well,
when he's not working.
when he's not working and when he's like gig
When-
mode Adam is
when
one of my
Adam's-
favorite people.
When Adam Clark's in gig mode and that darker US windbreaker is on it.
That's what it is. That's what it
It's
is.
the darker US
Yeah.
windbreaker. Yeah.
So it was, but yeah, no.
When he picks someone, I'm gonna throw you.
Yeah, it was sick though. Like you could tell the difference in the crowd that the majority of people there were either for Amity Affliction, which is fair because they are really big,
Yeah.
or people,
There's definitely a split there.
yeah, and Comeback Kid who recently reformed. And obviously,
I
but
don't know them, to be honest.
they are a very hardcore band.
Yeah.
I have a video of Adam Clark two-stepping next to the bar during Comeback Kid. I will share that with you later.
Please.
It is
need that in my
top
life.
quality content. But you could tell that there wasn't that many people there for Alpha Wolf, but the people that were very into Alpha Wolf.
Yeah.
It was
makes
like
sense.
me, Adam, and a bunch of guys who were definitely in Windbreakers.
Yeah.
Like it was the vibe. That's why I ended up crowd surfing in Akudama because I'm like, I want some crowd surfers. All right, let's fucking
Let's go.
Nice.
fuck it, let's ball.
I do miss gigs at City, though.
Yeah, like it's.
I
like,
really like. I've not been to one properly for ages, unless it
City's
was
a
Trivium
re-
was last time I was there.
Yeah.
I
And
think
it
last
was-
time I was there for a gig was the Ghost Inside.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
I think
so good.
City is such a good venue.
Yeah.
But I think it gets missed out a lot literally because the majority of the touring stuff is taken up by O2.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if
yeah.
It's weird sizing, isn't it? Because it's slightly smaller than most of the O2s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's-
we need an O2 Academy size venue
Realistically.
in Nottingham. I feel like
Because it's that and then the arena.
Yeah,
Well, the thing is, there's the Trent Student Union, which is like it's big
It's-
enough to
oh,
put
they
gigs
could.
on it. But
They could, but they don't.
Inside the knowledge, the Trent Uni refuse to have gigs happen at their venue because they don't think it's worth it. So they are wasting a very.
So if you go to
very-
Trent, you know,
Yo,
Yeah.
everyone in the Trent Rock Sock, seize the means of production, comrades. Today we rise.
it could be.
sorry, who's making it political
could,
now?
It could be against that. If you only have it as a club, you have less security costs. If you imagine,
But it's
if-
Trent. They've got a ridiculous amount of money.
You're telling
And-
me universities ain't got money when they charge like $9,000 a year, bro?
And
Yeah,
you're telling
but-
me they wouldn't make that money back had normal venues pay for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they're clubs as well.
Yeah,
Is this no? They straight up told someone we all know who will not be named for legal
Yeah,
reasons
yeah,
it's fine. Yeah.
that
I
who
know
wanted to
you're on
put
about.
gigs on that they just couldn't be asked.
Yeah.
Even though he said he would handle everything,
Yeah.
Yep.
they just don't give a
Don't
shit.
want to get involved. Yeah.
But that's
Anyway.
it. That it,
But you know-
these are very local problems.
these are very local problems.
Local problem for local people.
And my final topic, which affects worldwide, globally, people.
Oh, excellent.
Con, I've got some really bad news, mate. Sepultura are packing it in.
What?
Yeah. Sepultura are packing it
What?
in.
Like just done?
One last tour.
Fuck off.
One last tour. Sepultura are
Is
done.
this like
No, no, no,
Is
no.
this like
This is-
one
this is
actual
like-
last tour? Or
No,
is
no,
this
no,
like
no.
Ozzy's
But it's
last
Sepul-
tour?
Yeah, but it's Sepultura, though.
remembered something that I need to talk to you guys about. Right, so this is the second to last bit.
Right.
Sepultura have gone 40 years and done. Sepultura have been about for 40 years.
God, yeah.
So they are doing a tour. There are UK dates.
good. We've got to do it.
We got to do it. The lineup is a bit of a shambles.
What? Who is it?
It is, first of all, the
Sepultura, the Cavalera conspiracy.
No. The Cavaleras ain't coming back into the
No, I
fold,
know.
bro. The opening band is Jesus Piece,
Right.
who are a hardcore band.
No, I can see it with Sepultura.
Why is it now that I'm on their Facebook page to get the rest of the lineup and it's gone? Okay, so it's Jesus Piece, Obituary,
Picture.
Okay, yeah.
Ginger,
Oh yeah, no, Ginger and Class.
and
I like Ginger.
Sepultura. That is their entire European run. We're done. That is it. It is your last time to see Sepultura.
Because it like they're one of those bands that I've never been like massively into Sepultura, but I always really liked them. I think because we used to play the song.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
used to cover Sepultura a fair bit when we were in our first band.
Yeah,
Which I mean, to be fair, I think
like learning to play drums, playing like Roots and
yeah,
Refuse,
and playing
Territory
guitar and stuff, and fucking like Max Cavalera doesn't play guitar.
I randomly jamming at the strings and it kind of works.
So what's that solo? Like, why does Max Coney have 4 strings on his 6 string? Well, it doesn't need tuning, does it? But yeah, so yeah, Sepultura are packing it.
Oh, I'm really glad I saw them Bloodstock now.
Yeah, they were fucking
They
banging
were
at Bloodstock.
class at Bloodstock. Because again, that was the thing that I've been listening to them again recently because of that. Because I've not listened to them in probably a year.
I was like, every now and again, I remember, and I'm like, Roots.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, it'll just suddenly come on shuffle.
Yeah, and he's
And
like,
it's like, oh, actually,
riff.
one of
Absolute
the
riff.
bounciest, best riffs in the world. Roots, bloody Roots.
Right, and the final bit. You know how everyone said
Well, before my final bit.
Before
your final bit.
the final bit before the final bit.
Right. Kiss are giving up, aren't they?
Are they?
Kiss are in the midst of their final tour. I'm
They
pretty
have
sure.
been for about a decade.
I'm pretty sure Kiss's final show happened at
this
the
is
weekend.
closer to, is it an actual final tour or is it an
Listen,
Ozzy Osbourne?
No.
I
It's
believe
worse.
it when Sepultura say they're finishing.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's worse.
Go on.
Well, how long is their final tour? Is it like
No.
3 years?
Kiss's final
already
tour
has been.
in their
Yeah.
current form has finished.
Oh, fuck off.
They have spent hours mo-capping themselves. So you know how ABBA are currently touring as holograms.
Oh, no.
Kiss have decided that instead of replacing themselves with other newer musicians, which I think would have been cooler, because then you could have like new people be Kiss, but they could like turn.
No,
I'm sorry.
You know what? Right.
Their
so-
fucking egos would not allow that to happen.
Yeah, that's
No,
what-
we can be Kiss, and we're only going to be Kiss
You
forever.
know what? All
Can
right.
only
so
be
I've
us.
thought about this for like more than about 4 seconds now, and actually, you know what? As ways go, and again, the game is the game. Gene Simmons, last I checked, was about 70 years old.
70
Look,
minimum.
okay.
70 minimum, and the one thing that, well, Kiss have some very good songs.
Yeah,
Kiss have
They have some absolute bangers, right?
they do. They really do.
But one of their biggest things is seeing them perform on stage with the fireworks and the face paint. And
Yeah,
everything like that.
I will give this to Kiss. They put on a fucking show.
The thing is,
They
right,
really do.
I watched a few clips from them announcing the new Avatar Kiss.
Right.
Like they've watched fucking Avatar, the film by James Cameron.
Yeah.
It had
So
it
all
was
the
a
makeup's
big
just
it
blue
was
now.
no, it was a big screen. Fuck off. It was a big screen with like OTT CGI. So like Gene Simmons had demon wings because his character's the demon.
Yeah.
But there was also fireworks and pyro.
Well, that's what I mean. Like half of the thing about going to see Kiss is going to see the fireworks and the pyro and the makeup and the
Yeah.
and the theatrics are basically.
I mean,
so
yeah,
if
like
you
when they were
if
at
you
Down
could-
at Last, I was like so drunk
yeah,
and Love
if
Gun
you
came
could-
on. It was the best.
If you could continue that on and continue to make money whilst being in your living room, again,
Yeah, I mean,
the
we-
game is the game.
I mean,
we are getting to a point now, just purely timing wise, unfortunately, where a lot of the bands that are that massive from that level are getting old.
you know, the
Yeah.
thing is, like, if like Iron Maiden did it, I would
That-
hands down.
exactly the option
I would
bring up.
hands
That's what I was
down
thinking, like, how-
refuse because Iron Maiden are a live band. The thing is, with Kiss, I can see it because it's Kiss. Of like, of
Then
course,
again,
Kiss
like-
are going holographic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it is about the stage production.
Yeah,
And
I
not
think
about the
again,
live
he's always saying
performance.
I'm in
Well, it's
the
not
massive stage
about-
productions. You know,
Yeah, it's not about the
All the stuff with Eddie.
live performance, but it is Kiss is very stage production-y.
yeah.
Like,
in the grand scheme of things, Kiss aren't really a real band.
No,
Like they are an amalgamation of some ideas and characters.
it's not PR creation to a degree.
Yeah,
if you
that's
know what I
why
mean, like,
originally the plan was that they were just going to swap them out for younger members.
yeah.
Which,
Again, that
keep
also
putting-
seems
keep
weird
putting
to me.
the face
Though.
paint back on.
yeah, but the thing
But
is,
again, like, yeah, I suppose like it being like, oh, this is the character.
but like when they've had
essentially.
the other guitarists come in, they've had different face paint and different characters.
Yeah.
Theoretically, Kiss. It's the same with Slipknot. Basically, saying they want to
about to say
replace.
the same thing.
They
Yeah.
want to, basically because it's just characters. It doesn't matter.
Did you rant about that last time?
Oh, I did.
Jay?
Well, I
Good,
did rant
okay,
about that
good.
last time.
Oh yeah, we had the whole Jane Wyberg
yeah,
rant. Yeah,
we did.
yeah.
We did that.
Connor doesn't listen to his band's own podcast. What a fucking snake.
I'm out myself here. This is completely dry, haven't you?
Steve, have you
I was-
listened to the last episode?
I
was
listened
in
to
it.
it twice, and I
Okay.
was in it.
Yeah, yeah.
I was upstairs.
We did actually catch the cameo. That was
technically-
Yeah,
I was there.
you were technically on it. I'm surprised at how much the mic
This
took
is
up.
technically Connor's second time in season 3
Recurring member.
in 2 episodes.
But yeah, so I was there, and I listened to it back once before we release it, and another after we release it.
That's fair enough.
Because I love
Just
the sound
checking.
of my own voice, and two, I love
No,
until
yeah,
until
really
I have to quality control everything.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
This is something I will almost certainly not listen to this because I do not want to hear my own voice.
You kind of get used to it after a bit.
You do get. When
You're a vocalist, of course you do.
But when I first started with Wolves Don't Sleep podcast, like episode 2 or whatever, it is weird hearing your voice back for the first time. But then you get used to what it sounds like, and then you get used to
I sound really weird.
Yeah. Do you know why that is, actually? Do you know why you hear your voice on a recording different to what you hear in your voice?
Enlighten me.
And I'm fairly certain it's this scientific... the scientific reason, I'm fairly certain this is right, is that your voice... You can hear the lower frequencies in your voice because it vibrates your skull. And
so you sound higher than you actually think you do.
So when you listen back on a recording, you won't get those absolute sub frequencies because your microphone just doesn't pick it up.
Yeah, you've not got the.
So you in your
the back of your head buzzing or whatever.
Essentially, in your own head, you sound lower than other people hear you and how a microphone hears you.
Yeah.
Because of the low frequencies vibrating the skull and vibrating your eardrums. And that's
more
why,
you know.
And that's why it sounds weird to you. And that's why when you hear it, you go, "Ooh, I don't like the way I sound. I sound horrible."
It just sounds so like strange and weird.
But as you keep listening back to yourself, I listen back to myself a lot because I edit these episodes and I have done for a long time.
Yeah. Broken the back of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you think about that, Steve? This is me blatantly calling attention to the fact that Steve's just walked
Steve
out of his
has
own
left
podcast.
us, so we're just going to keep rambling or...
Disappointed.
We're going to try and keep rambling on. Here's the thing. Steve is the one that rambles in this podcast, so it's really hard for me and our guest Connor, technically guest, to keep rambling.
Nah, we get you. To be fair, I was going to come back to the... So, with, like, bands that are going to have to be carrying on for
the bands that are going to have to, like, the ones that want to continue.
You've got all the big, like, headliner bands now, essentially. So, like...
Your Iron Maidens, your Kiss,
Iron Maiden,
Slipknot,
Metallica. Like, we've not got that much longer left of them.
You would have thought so, as horrible as it sounds, yes. Like, Bruce Dickinson these days is... You're looking at 65 plus. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, but Bruce Dickinson's like fucking playing City next year with his solo album.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Like,
but and then, like I said, Gene Simmons is 70 plus. That's the thing.
Yeah, but like rolling back to it, I'm all for sort of holographic Iron Maiden. I'd be fine with that one. I think we are just going to get to a stage where we're going to have like holographic festivals.
But I think
where you'll get like Queen, ABBA, Iron Maiden.
The way that these
out
things
of principle,
work
that could fuck off.
I don't know, man.
So it's not the album tracks though, is it? They record themselves playing live.
It's mocap, yeah. I'm pretty sure the vocals. Okay, this is the one thing from the Kiss thing which I actually didn't agree with. I'm pretty sure the vocals are from Paul Stanley live now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm sorry. If you're giving,
isn't he miming?
For legal reasons, he's not miming.
Oh.
There's no legal reasons about it. You can just say that in your opinion you've seen it and you think he's miming.
Because I know Ozzy is.
No, because
but Ozzy's
fucked.
When I saw him at Download, it didn't sound like he was miming. But there have been instances.
So I really come off as like I don't like Kiss. I do like Kiss.
I like Kiss way more than both of you combined.
That's evident.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like the mocap stuff is from Paul Stanley currently. And I'm sorry, if you're going to CG and studio magic everything...
You have the opportunity to
have
get
it
the best
old,
the best.
Old Paul Stanley, especially because Kiss's first few albums alive were all live anyway.
Yeah.
So the original bangers were done live because the way that Kiss came about is most record labels at the time didn't think Kiss would make any money. Because obviously back in the day, you look at Kiss and go, there's no way people are like this.
And yet.
So they basically went, right, our first album's going to be full live with all the show, the theatrics and the crowd reaction to prove a point.
Yeah.
Again, it's playing the game like you've been saying.
Yeah, it is playing the game.
That is what their strength is.
Very quickly becoming my new catchphrase.
Yeah.
Well, like, just own it, yeah?
Yeah, alright.
Oh, fuck it out. Yeah. But yeah, so...
don't know how I feel about it still.
I'm
Honestly.
I'm very
Still up in the air.
okay. The main
still out for discussion.
the main reason I'm very anti holographic stuff, unless it's like wheeled out every now and again as like a legacy shit, is because
This is what I mean,
if we
though.
keep pumping money into all these older bands, we're not letting newer artists reach
No, I was
Which is a
just
very,
about to
very,
make-
very
make
good
a very
point.
good point. Is
Yeah.
it's the same as like the download headliners.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the prime example.
It's
that's the prime
the
example.
same 4 or 5 bands returning every year that aren't making any
Although,
space for
This
bigger.
year,
They finally. I mean, but they've put on like Fallout Boy, which again is not making space for.
They've
newer
they've
bands.
they've picked some questionable choices, and Download will make.
I think we
covered that last week.
We covered this last week again, and we had
Connor, your
we had the
opinions
same-
on the Download headliners, please.
I'm about it. Honestly, largely, I don't quite get Queens of the Stone Age.
Queens of the Stone Age as a festival headliner was a bit of a left field. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I don't think they're big enough to be headline.
Should have been Pantera.
That again, Pantera should have been second headliner, second stage headliner.
You say
I think
Queens
they
of the
are.
Stone Age. They're not big enough to
probably.
be download headliner, but I have seen them headline Reading and Leeds.
Yeah, I think they just started the wrong vibe. Honestly,
Minus that one
That's what
song
it is again.
everyone
It's
knows.
Queens of the Stone Age, Fall Out Boy. I mean, Fall Out Boy. I'm amazed it hasn't happened already. Honestly,
It's not metal enough. Download's a metal festival.
is it fuck? I mean, it is, but it's diversified so much now that
If you really like metal, go to fucking Damnation or Bloodstock or Arctangent or something. Like,
Yeah.
grow up.
yeah, or just expand your horizons a bit.
Yo,
you know.
grow up and listen to
Fall Out Boy
Fall
are
Out Boy.
great.
You there. You there.
You elitist
in
pricks.
the Dark Throne shirt. Listen to Dance Dance off under the cork tree. The bass line will slap your balls.
Who's the other one as well?
What?
I can't remember who's the other headliner. I've forgotten.
Avenged.
Event Sevenfold.
The
I'm-
new.
I think-
I've not even listened to the new album. That
I've not at all.
one single just
Yeah,
put
they
me
released
off.
Do you
that
know?
one
Do you know what it
single.
was? I saw them the last time they headlined. I think, or might have been the time before that, and just was not interested.
Yeah, they.
at all.
I remember being
I,
very.
think I saw them because it was. Oh shit, that's Mike Portnoy.
Yeah, they
wanted
had,
to see
they had
that.
Portnoy as well, didn't they?
That was cool, but they just didn't.
And
No
yeah,
energy.
I was sat with a bottle of wine with one of our mates. I
Yeah.
don't remember much of Avenged, to be honest.
Because again, like, there's something to be said, particularly at festivals, for bands where you can just sit, have a drink, have some food or whatever,
Yeah,
and just watch.
that's how we got through-
Opeth are amazing for that.
Opeth are really good when you
I-
get to sit down.
Exactly, that's what I
one
mean.
of my favourite times, and I've not been to many download festivals, one of my favourite times was sat at the back watching Limp Bizkit, having a really nice time.
Just watching the crowd bouncing.
just watching everybody bounce up and
Or
down.
when we saw Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses was
that
the
would've
same
been
thing.
good.
It was like the best day of the year. It was, like
It was
really,
sunny as fuck.
really nice. Guns N' Roses played for 3 hours. They
I
played
was
every
I was
single
3 bottles of
banger.
wine deep.
Yeah, like they played every single song you wanted them
saw
to
them in
play.
Wembley and they were fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely
Like,
incredible.
that's the
And
thing.
Axel sounded okay.
That's the thing.
Actually, you know
That's
what?
When he gets it, he.
I will take a holographic Axl Rose over the current one.
Yes.
No, I'll take that. I'll
take
take
But,
that.
however, going your thing though, Guns N' Roses are definitely a live performance band.
Oh,
Yes.
like you can't
There's
capture...
less theatrics to Guns N' Roses because they just stand there and do things. Unless it's Axl Rose diving off of a stage to tackle someone in the press pit.
Yeah.
And you know who were basically a holographic band already? Motley Crue.
Yeah, that's true.
All of their stuff's back in now. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
They just should
Anyway, yeah.
stop.
Right,
so yeah.
shall we move on to another segment?
Yeah.
I was going to say, have you got the rest of your anonymous things? And then we'll move on to mine because I genuinely think mine's a really good ender. But
Right,
I can't wait
that's-
for you to hear
That's
it.
sad. Right, so Connor, for some context,
Hello.
I use various social media apps, as you're aware,
I've heard of the social media thing.
and one of them is
Good, you should
essentially
try it. I tried it once.
Not for me.
I have offered people the ability to send me anonymous stuff. Anonymous
That
question
sounds
statements.
risky.
We've got law. I did also offer the point for people to send us voice notes, but apparently everyone's a goddamn pussy.
Oh, called out.
You hear that?
Send us abuse, you fucking cowards. But so essentially, I just whacked up on Instagram. It's happened a few times, like when we've been in the studio,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit got weird.
Oh, yeah.
Shit gets progressively weird. Of
course.
Also, we've had it confirmed that the person sending ooh woo woo cheeseburger is not Barry. I thought it was Barry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That sounds like a Barry
Oh,
thing.
no,
but
I
he
did,
said
see,
it's
I
not
did
him.
see a message about
Yeah,
it. It wasn't.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
But-
that's still yet to be revealed.
Still has to be done. Although Barry did say he would come on the podcast,
Absolutely.
but after he's gone to a Pokemon tournament.
That's fine. Yeah.
So then he can talk about.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, no, we definitely got to get
That
Barry on
needs to
after
be the
Pokemon
nerd
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
absolute virgin touch grass podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Absolutely.
We have
That's
hit the
without
point.
Barry on it.
we have hit the point where I've had this on since about Tuesday this time, because last time we did this I whacked it up on the day
Uh-huh.
And we
This-
still got enough.
and we
responses.
still got enough. This has been like active for like a couple of days. I've posted it.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages.
Okay, nice.
I have, as you can confirm, I have not opened these.
Those are unopened.
Everything is complete like hog wild.
First reactions, okay.
And there is
okay.
lore apparently, because I keep getting repeat messages of people. It's getting a bit.
So this is
love
the
it.
point.
Well, we ended up as a
last
dating
week
podcast.
or two, where
Okay.
we ended up giving out some questionable dating advice. Again, please
I-
don't
again-
listen to us. We don't know what we're doing.
With I was going to say, with the best love in the world, lads.
Yeah.
Looking at this sofa, like,
Three single dudes on a sofa giving out
do not
dating
ask us
advice.
dating
Yeah,
advice
please,
at all.
yeah,
Jesus.
just take it as it
or
as
do.
it is.
That
Yeah,
might be a
yeah,
laugh.
or do whatever. Anyway,
Right, message 1. Do you like anyone at the moment? Yeah, myself. Next.
it's fair enough. It's a good answer. What else do you expect from that? We're not going to announce. Realistically, we're not going to announce on a public forum unless you are like publicly involved with this person. That if you do like someone or not, because what would be the point?
Yeah, I mean, also with like my complete history, if I said I was like with someone this week, there is no guarantee by the time the
Next
episode
week.
even airs that it's gonna be factually accurate. This one's cringe as fuck as well. How old do you want to be when you get married? I don't know. Now, I don't give a fuck.
If I could answer that,
Yeah, go for it.
Probably no.
Connor,
Just not married at all.
Yeah, just not married at all.
I don't know.
Not really. It's not really a thing for
let's
me,
just
I think.
rewind 30 seconds. 3 single dudes sat on a sofa in my
Yeah,
yeah,
living
what
room.
did we just say?
To
Yeah.
requote, yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. In all seriousness, like, it's just not really a thing for me. Like,
I mean,
not
I'd
really a thing.
absolutely love to get
It's
married.
probably. I know people will come
Maybe,
at me
but-
and go, "Oh, it's just what single guys say because they can't get any." No, genuinely not interested. Please move on.
No, I mean, the thing is,
It
like,
wasn't even a question for me. I got really
Yeah.
triggered by it.
I would absolutely love to get married and have an absolutely stupid goth wedding. But that's just because
That would be great.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, fair
that would
enough.
be a good
yeah,
time.
yeah, because that's just who I am as a person.
Like, weddings are a hell of a lot
I
of fun.
fucking love weddings,
love
man. Weddings are great.
But
They're expensive as fuck, though.
Yeah,
yeah, this is another reason to not get married.
that's why I go to people's
Well,
weddings.
this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing. Like, yeah, always go to them. But this is why, like, just elope. Like, if you do get with somebody, elope, do the thing, do all the legal side of it that you need to.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
then
like-
just have a massive
And
party.
just have a party. Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
Way better.
We've also got
Way
like fucking
better.
bets on that at one point I would just turn up one day and go, yeah, I got married last weekend, lads.
Oh yeah.
And, like, and
out
that'd
of
be it.
out of like, let's
I
say,
went to
again,
Vegas and
out of like the 6 of us, let's say again, he is the most likely, and it'll be is eventually if we ever get booked for a tour in America and we play in Las Vegas,
telling you,
after the show we'll be like, "Where is Steve? We need to load out," and he's
big in his Elvis costume.
he's in one of these Elvis chapels
I'm not
because
pronouncing.
it will be an Elvis wedding.
With Big as my witness.
Yes.
Dressed as Elvis.
Yes, we've got to make this happen.
See,
now.
Yeah.
we joke, but
But it could happen.
I would be that stupid.
Follow us on social media to find out eventually,
Oh, God.
because
Right.
that will be front page.
If you want
news
to
as well.
crowdfund our tour to Vegas,
If anyone
Just
wants
someone
to
just say
book
Steve can
us-
get married in Vegas.
yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Hey, if it commits to the
If it
bit,
gets us to America, I'm down.
yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll take the hit.
Yeah.
Can't be worse than in my previous relationships.
Whee!
Move on.
Move on. Everything okay? Question mark. Yeah, Sal, mate, nice one.
Yeah, something nice one.
I'm not saying it.
Not too bad.
These
not
are
too bad.
really-
It's inside joke.
This is already really bad questions.
and then one that killed Steve.
This one. This is what worries me because he had this reaction to one last time, and it ended up being horrendous.
Dragon Chaser live in studio recording.
Yes, absolutely yes. Take all my money.
What up, Adam?
Adam Clark.
Hi, Adam.
Fuck's sake. Why won't you respond to me? Who are you?
See, the thing about sending anonymous questions is
We don't know who you are.
Usually, we don't know who to respond to.
Are you a cheeseburger?
Right, I'm... No, we'd know if it was. Right, I will absolutely fucking level. There are one of two possible scenarios here. One, I saw your message and went, I will respond to that later. And then because of the way that my brain is wired,
Forgot.
I forgot.
No, that's very likely.
And then an amount of time will pass where I then feel it's then too awkward to reply.
I 100% vibe with that. Yes.
It is the awkward reply threshold, isn't it?
Oh
Like,
shit! It's been too long.
How long
now.
is too long is too long to reply?
Context is a big thing here.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing. Because if it's just like a mate, fuck it. Whatever.
yeah.
Like a month down the line, oh yeah. Shit,
Oh yeah,
sorry.
yeah. If it's like people that I'm really, really close with, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's even if it's people that I'm really close with, if I just forget that the message ever existed,
Yeah.
Although
we're done.
Weirdly, like if it's people that I'm really close with, like you guys or like a couple other people, I'm more likely to respond faster.
Oh yeah,
I'll see
yeah,
your
Oh
name-
yeah, no,
'cause I'll
normally.
see your name pop up on my phone and be like, oh, I should probably
Actually
respond to
interested.
this. Yeah.
yeah. The other one is there's probably a reason I'm not talking to you. Soz.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You know who you are.
Anyway,
Bitch.
We don't, but well.
Just insert the Kubla Khan bitch sample.
Bitch.
To be fair, I may go through my messages at some point and do a bit of admin.
You hit it here first.
So I'm sorry. I also promise nothing because it's me. But let's move right. Last one. If this one isn't a banger, we're not releasing another episode. This is it. We're done.
okay.
I'm joking, obviously.
Ooh,
This is far too
high
much fun.
stakes.
It's been pretty fun.
This
so
is
far.
like doesn't even matter like no one listens to this. I'm just enjoying myself.
Yep.
Right. Final one. Who was the last girl I texted?
Why are they all about you and dating?
Yeah, why are they all about me and women? Some of you need to get a grip. I mean, at least we haven't had that one from other episode. Right, pure context.
we go.
Right.
It's happened multiple times on my personal and also when we recorded the podcast where someone has straight up said multiple times. I mean, it started with, the girl I like really likes you. And I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do with this.
Yeah. No, we had a whole discussion about that.
And then last time it was, can you get a girlfriend yet? Because the girl I like really likes you. Also, all the girls that comment on social media are fit. And it's like, 1, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
2, not my problem. 3,
yeah, realistically, it's not.
3, yeah, all my mates are fit. Like, and also,
Yeah.
if the girl that you likes me, but I don't know who any of you are, 1, I don't know what you mean to do with that.
Yeah, what can you possibly...
2,
You can't do anything with it.
So if she likes me, she's obviously got really bad taste, and she's definitely not gonna like you if she's into me. Just go do something else. Like that's not her. She may or may not like you. I'm sure you're a lovely person, but it's more if she's into somebody else, just allow it.
Just
Yeah.
dress more like Steve, you know.
Yeah, but I
Just be smaller.
just be dress like an ego, but
That's what
worse.
it is. Yeah.
See, what you need to do as a bloke to get girls to like you is to dress like a woman.
Apparently, actually.
Like,
yeah.
I get a bollocking from my mates a lot because it has been noted, and I've been called out that I have actually dressed like the women that I've been dating.
Oh, really?
Is this,
Oh, it's not you prick, Connor.
is this like a is this like an alternate theory to the theory of like guys like will date girls that are like their mums.
Yeah.
Girls will date guys
Guys
that
will
look like
turn
them.
into the... Yeah.
No. It's more like
Steve will turn into the women he dates, yeah.
yeah. It's because I think women are really pretty, and I want to be pretty.
Hold on. Yep.
So
Yep.
ergo, I start to dress like the women that I date because I think they're really pretty.
Okay. I mean,
I mean, it's a logical conclusion.
See,
You know,
it is a
like
logical answer.
I mean, it has happened a few times where like I've been pure called out, where it's just like I've accidentally dressed like women that I know,
yeah.
Yeah.
just subconsciously. So there's probably a
But,
lot to
like-
unpack there in therapy, but we'll move on.
Oh yeah, I mean, like if we start on the therapy session with this stuff, like
No, I've actually started. I've started actual therapy, so it's
Oh, sure,
fine.
yeah.
Oh my god, fucking hell! Right, so
This is not into the
Bonus
therapy
segment.
podcast.
another segment. I got into an argument with one of my mates, and I was just like, right, fuck you, I'm booking therapy then, just to prove that.
So you're in therapy through spite.
Yeah.
That is my favourite thing I've ever heard.
That is my entire thing.
It's like the
wasn't
architect's
Bren, was
thing.
But yeah, so
Yeah, actually.
It's like, it's like the
Yeah.
architect's thing.
yeah. Fuck you,
so,
I will do it.
But I'm a dickhead. When was my therapy session?
When you were at work.
8:20 Thursday morning.
Nice,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
When you were at work.
No, I started work at 9.
Oh shit, yeah.
What did I do the night before? Amity Affliction, Alpha Wolf,
Yep.
and then had a few.
Yep.
So I woke up and I was sat in bed clutching one of my cuddly toys as it was on a video call.
Oh my god.
I was about to ask, did you have to go somewhere in person, or was it?
No, it was video
Video
call.
call.
So I had to explain why my anxiety sucks while I look like shit and I'd slept for like
What,
4
you had
hours.
to explain why your anxiety sucks after being hungover
I had to
and having
explain.
drunk a lot of alcohol.
I had to explain like all the stuff that genuinely bothers me.
Right. Nice.
It was good though.
But-
Made some
well.
progress. It was
Yeah,
positive.
exactly. Like therapy is always a good thing.
But holy fuck, I should have thought about what I was doing and never book therapy the day after a gig because Jesus Christ. But the reason I kept it up is it said consultation. Nah, it wasn't a consultation, bro.
Nope.
They
Straight first second.
they got me straight in. And
That's it. It's the good old fake out essentially. It's like,
yeah, it was a proper fake
We'll
out.
make them think it's going to be nothing. And I'm like,
I signed
Right,
up
we
for
got
therapy
you.
out of spite. Actually had a bit of a revelation. But holy fuck was I tired.
good.
Are you going back
I'm
for
glad
another
you did.
session?
Oh, I will fucking finish this, but I need like a week to like think about it.
Right,
I am
yeah.
determined to.
No, it's fair enough.
I am
man.
determined to like get my shit together.
It's all
So,
good.
Well, now I know about it, so I'll kick your ass until you do.
oh no, it will happen because I've done the first one. I was like, oh, this isn't actually
That's it.
scary.
First one's the
but it
scariest
was.
one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I say this like
Hardest,
therapy.
hardest
but
part about doing
I'm sure.
anything is starting.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like my main thing, I even wrote like a list of stuff that bothers me, and I've still got
Lists
more
are
things.
excellent.
And I've still
Lists
got
are
more
very
things
good.
to add to that list.
Yeah.
Fun fact: if you have anxiety, start writing lists.
Lists are incredibly
Well, it
useful.
literally gets it out of your mind, right?
Yeah.
Because you're just putting it on paper.
You can
and that's
visualize it.
It's-
You
it's
can.
there.
Yeah. You don't have to think about
Well,
it.
the
Yeah.
other main thing that's always bothered me is the fact that I'm more worried about the outcome, so I don't do things.
Yeah.
When in reality, there's nothing to really be like logically. There's nothing to be afraid of, but my brain convinces myself that if I
It is, yeah.
share something about the band or something that everyone's gonna fucking hate us, etc.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
people are gonna actually like, I can't do anything. But then in reality, it doesn't matter.
No.
No.
Because 9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
the support is gonna happen less than the negative.
Yeah.
So I just need to start doing shit.
It's good, man.
That's essentially it.
Shall we move on to the last section?
Well, if we didn't even finish the answer the fucking question. Who was the last girl I texted?
Oh, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. Suck your mum.
Yeah.
Moving on, bitches.
Whoever asked that question,
Right.
it was your mum.
So
Yeah, I texted your mum.
I totally didn't steal this from another podcast I listened to,
Oh, excellent.
but it's a different genre of podcast and therefore doesn't count. And I'm changing it. It's not exactly the same, but it's the same kind of idea, and I thought it was a good idea. So, as we have a guest on, I'm going to do this with Connor.
Oh, dear.
So we are together, or mostly you, because I want to use this to find out about our guest.
Ah, so I'm the guinea pig. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to make a metalcore band,
Make a band.
right?
What? Okay.
And so I'll
This is our side
explain
project.
a little bit how it works. So the idea is we're going to take different parts of what makes a metalcore band,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to apply those with like different bands. So, for instance, got a bunch of topics, and it's not like your typical. We're going to pick a drummer. We're going to pick a guitarist. We're going to pick a vocalist. This one I'm going to pick. Like we're going to pick the rhythmic, the melodic side of things,
Okay.
the stuff like songwriting, performance, and everything like that. So there's only one rule: you can't use the same band twice.
Shit.
So you can't go
Everything bleed from
so
within.
you can't go bleed from within, bleed from within, bleed from within, bleed from within.
You've rumbled me.
Hey, you could have picked Slipknot once.
Huh?
Lamb of
Or
God.
Lamb of God.
Yeah. So
Oh, this is fun. This is good. This is good.
I've got some categories, and we can like Steve. We can do it with you on another episode if we want, on a me and you episode
I mean,
only.
you can whack it on the end of this. Depends how long we go. How long we go for?
We have been going for an hour and a half at this point.
Let's go.
So yeah,
That's good
okay.
podcast, like.
All right, so Steve will do it with me and you on a different episode.
Yeah, so mate.
So I've written
sounds
down
nice one.
I've written down some categories or like parts of what make a metalcore band. Now I'm
Yep.
not saying you have to constrict it to metalcore bands to add to this. So you could say like the rhythm of like some
Run
Wu-Tang Clan, like, you know
Yeah,
that
okay.
kind, yeah, you know, like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of that kind of thing.
Oh, God. Okay.
So yeah, so I'll take you through it. So we'll start off with an easy one. So we'll go with the rhythm or the rhythm and rhythmics, basically. Like so, like your pulse, your rhythms,
Yeah.
like the backbone of what is metalcore, basically.
Are we extending that essentially to a bit to groove, or
Yeah, you
Would
could.
we-
So you could. But I won't restrict you to these. So if you can think of
it's sort of like
if you can
broad
think of, like,
term
a
of it,
category,
essentially.
broad-
I mean,
broad
to be
term-
fair, you could have just build a fucking band, like.
No,
Build
but
a band,
this makes it
build
this
a
makes it a
band.
bit this makes it a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, we start like the rhythms. So if you give me like an artist, like let's say I keep saying band, but it could be an artist.
That I particularly like.
Yeah, so
Like
so,
the rhythm style
Yeah,
of,
this is like
essentially.
the ideal band. So you could say I really like the choruses of these guys, but I really like the rhythms of these guys, and I really like what they do with this and what these do with that.
Okay, I've got you.
So it's not your typical let's make the ultimate metalcore band with just the members.
Here's my drummer. Here's my guitarist. Yeah. Okay,
Because
no,
that's
no,
been
no.
done before.
Yeah. Okay. So
So we'll start with like rhythms.
rhythms again. I'm in my head. I don't know whether it's a drummer thing. I add groove into that as well. There's a lot of crossover there for me.
Yeah, so I'll give
I
it
would-
give it like a broad spectrum, so you can
Just in sense of like
So,
a flow of a song, in terms of like
so rhythms. We're talking like the feel and
Yeah.
like whether it's like very stuttery, very like straight down the line, or whether it's like
Yeah.
flowy or groove or whatever, you know.
Looking at it like that, then I'll probably have to say Lamb of God.
Lamb of God, yeah.
Lamb of God.
Any particular reason?
Again, it's rhythm wise. Like I'm thinking more song structurally and sort of like how things
Yeah.
flow, which
Yeah.
is from what we're going.
I will
with.
say down the line, I've put in songwriting. So there's like
This helps when you know the categories.
Yeah. do you want to know the categories first?
Yeah,
You can
that
have a
might
look.
We've got
help.
like
So-
full categories. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
mental.
yeah. So I've got rhythm. I've got melodies. So melodies you could include like choruses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whether like, for instance, like if you said you wanted singing in your metalcore band, you could possibly pick someone like Barry Tomorrow, who has a very
Yeah.
good singer, or whether they have less like melodies and more just sort of like heavy chugging and zeros and ones,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Kubla Khan.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Rich.
I've got rhythm, melodies, technicality. So whether they are monuments or whether they are Kubla Khan.
Yeah.
I keep trying to think of like simple bands, and you've got the songwriting.
Songwriting. Yeah.
It is metalcore, so I have thrown breakdowns in there
Absolutely.
as a separate entity.
Obligatory break.
Obligatory
Oh.
breakdowns. I've picked musical production, so the recording, the tracking, the mixing, mastering of, and so this one I'll allow you to pick like maybe like a certain album or a certain piece of work instead.
Can we just not pick Will Putney by default?
I mean, you can if you want. Connor might have a different because Connor might not know producers, but he might know well produced
Style of
music or what have you. And then I've got your performance element. So bands that are like good on stage or like their
Production, etc.
stage production or what have you. And then the final one is the social presence. Like, how good are they socially? Like, how good are they at like marketing?
There are
themselves?
2 people that come to mind.
I mean, we can do this when we go through yours. So
Except
we'll
for
go.
Robin's.
We can go for it in any order, but yeah. So we start with rhythm. You say Lamb of God still, or are you now that you know the rest of them? Are you saving Lamb of God for a different?
I might be. Actually, I will stick with Lamb of God there.
Yeah, for rhythm.
I think for rhythm.
So like So we've got the rhythm of Lamb of God.
I mean, to be
which is
fair,
a fairly solid choice actually.
the dual guitars of Willie and Mark,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mate, it's tight.
Classic
Yeah.
combo.
To be fair, like Lamb of God don't really do much technical, but
No,
that's
this
why-
is the
that's
thing.
why
There's
it's a
like
good-
a nice
it's a good
little
way to
element.
but they riff.
But it's
Yeah.
a good place to put them in rhythms, basically.
I mean, does
Like-
rhythms include the bass as well? Because
Yeah.
John
we-
Campbell's
we-
yeah,
fucking
John
incredible.
Campbell's.
So,
he
again,
just plays guitar.
So we're not talking like instruments in particular.
Just
No, but just
we're
like-
talking
right.
like the rhythm of an artist. Are you talking
Yeah, no,
like the rhythm?
Lamb of God, solid
Yeah.
shout. That
Yeah.
like the guitars and bass of those fucking 3 dudes,
Yeah.
undeniable.
Yeah.
like
And
it's
you
just
can include like the drumming style in
And-
that as well. In
Well, I was about to precisely say, as
yeah.
much as I love Art Cruz, Chris Adler defines that shit.
absolutely, yeah.
You know.
because he's also like very straight down the middle, and it's very
Well,
like,
he is, and then he isn't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's that
was
slight
just a
off.
very
The
good-
slight
he used
off.
a very good
he
drummer.
did do like an insane lot for metal. It's just saying that after his bike accident, and
It's-
then getting
yeah.
kicked from Lamb
Yeah.
of God,
Yeah,
and then I was in
that's
like a really
whole fucking thing.
wank 80s rock band.
So yeah. So like so go yeah. So Lamb of God for rhythms. That's cool. So melodies.
Melodies. Ooh. Melodies is a tough one for me because a lot of what I listen to isn't massively melodic.
I mean, so pick
'cause I would-
This is what I
yeah.
mean. So this is your ideal metalcore band.
Yeah. Because again, I mean, there's going to be
So,
for
like-
me.
like
For
a-
me, there's a massively like common theme of it all coming back to groove, essentially, which it for me fits
Again,
into every
so
single one of
you
these
could,
qualities.
You could come back to the melodies of Kublai Khan, which is basically nothing.
Well, yes and no, but I mean, I'm not a massive fan of. I just don't listen to Kublai Khan.
But this is again, it's designed
But
to
stuff like where,
like find out about you as a musical person.
yeah, I'm quite one-dimensional. I'm so sorry to tell you.
No. This is the interesting stuff, man.
Like for melodies and stuff like that, I would probably go along the lines of maybe stuff like Architects.
Yeah.
Just in
Like,
terms of like, it's not so much.
Are we talking like their synthy kind of stuff, or are we talking like?
We're talking riffy. So think
Yeah,
Doomsday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In terms of like, there's a bit of like a lead going on, but it's nothing
Yeah.
like overarching.
Yeah,
Like
no,
no
that's-
super widdly ridiculousness.
That's
But it's
cool.
just that bounce, that groove, that
but
that sort of
with a
melody
bit
where
of,
it's
I guess we can include like choruses in here if you're gonna have chorusing.
Yeah.
Like, so like
I do enjoy
I
singing chorus.
feel like chorus should be a separate section
I mean, all right.
because choruses
We're building this as we go.
Testing this out. I am going to add choruses in
because
here. So
there are some bands that absolutely pop off in verses.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there are some bands that are just can drop some absolute banging choruses. Like Beartooth, undeniable choruses.
yes,
Yes,
or like what I
100%.
mentioned, like Bury Tomorrow earlier. Like,
Yeah, Bury
have
Tomorrow,
just,
choruses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And moving into that, also Fit for a King as well. They're moving into the chorus territory.
they are.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So melodies, like, so we've got your rhythm, we've got the melodies. So you're talking like, you still have.
I'm still thinking Architects, yeah.
Okay. So choruses then,
Choruses.
if you have any, you could just be straight up verse sections and a breakdown.
Nah, we love a big sing
We
song
do.
chorus.
Yeah.
Like you've got to
That
get
is
anthemic
one
in
of the
there.
staples of metalcore or modern metalcore these days, at least.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, just what's the band
in
that you-
my head, I'm skipping ahead slightly because I'm now thinking about the songwriting and breakdowns. So we'll come back to choruses.
Okay,
The songwriting, that's where Bleeding Within's coming in.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like songwriting, song structures, how they
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
call back
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
things, and
No,
You know.
I wholeheartedly agree.
again,
almost
to,
agree
like-
with that choice.
yeah, 100%. Because
Songwriting.
you think songs like Ruiner,
Yeah.
which is basically one massive long crescendo.
Yeah.
Um,
And even the way, like, I'm gonna string together songwriting with album writing as well,
yes.
across between the two, and Bleed
Yeah.
From Within also do that very well. Like,
Yeah,
there's
it's my favorite thing of like an album versus an EP.
yeah,
I've said this before, like off a podcast and whatever. But like an EP, just as a collection of songs, yes, there's a bit of crossover maybe, but that's more because you're writing stuff at the same time.
yeah,
An album, maybe not to the degree of like a concept album, but having like a consistent body of work that does flow from the first song to the last song.
Yeah,
There are
100%.
common themes throughout it. You know, that's
yeah.
to be fair, like shit, I would want to do at some point with Wolves.
Cool. So
Like
cool.
full
Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
like
Yeah, no, it'd
full
be a-
massive concepts.
be a-
Concept album and just sort of full flow
Well,
through the
it's
whole
like
thing.
one of my favorite things ever is from a band I really like called the Wonder Years.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
On their album The Greatest Generation, the last song of the album is called I Just Want to Sell at My Funeral. But what happens is the song itself, the actual first bit of the song that covers that is like 1.5 minutes long.
yeah.
And it has like one verse, 2 verses in the chorus. But then the rest of the song is callbacks to other songs on the album.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes,
so
yes.
I'll have to show it you, but it's basically just like it calls back to like the verse from the first song and then the middle 8 from like one of the other singles, and it goes through different key changes as it covers all the main bits from the
It's that
entire
element
album.
it's that whole element of like callbacks and like we actively planned this out. isn't it?
Yeah, like,
Sleep Token also do that really well. So their latest
they
album, their
really
last
do.
song on their latest album calls back to their first song on their first album.
yeah, I've seen about that.
Which is crazy.
I
like,
fucking love
The main bit that I saw about that was that that bloke I really like on Instagram. The guy does the church hired and metalcore drummer videos.
Oh
I
yeah.
Fucking love that guy.
Oh yeah, he's so good because just like the captions that he puts on it,
Yeah.
and like the faces he makes when he's about to drop a breakdown.
I mean, to be fair though, all I've learned from that is also that gospel music bangs apparently.
Gospel is a huge scene as well. Like,
Yeah,
that's
like seed is.
do you know
Yo,
what-
who's your local gospel?
Do you know what gospel? Do you know what gospel is huge on? Is stuff like clicks and production and like live
Really?
backing track and production. Yeah, any time that I've tried to find out and put together more ideas about doing backing tracks, or yes, we use backing tracks now. We are finally in the modern world.
Metal band with a laptop.
Metal band with a laptop. And like live synths and like talk back and like in-ears and everything like that. Any tutorial has been from a gospel leader. They are huge into that game. Yeah,
That is wild.
Yeah.
because gospel is all about the musical director, the MD, that's also probably a keyboardist that will speak to the band and they will feel the crowd's energy and change the song up as they go.
Yeah.
So they'll call out choruses live. They'll call out chorus 2, 3, like
Wait, so they got
verse,
full
bridge,
backing
build up.
and like everything's done on the fly as well.
Yeah,
That's
everything's
insane.
done on the fly, and like they changed like the clicks and everything like that on the fly. Yeah, gospel's
Yo,
huge.
they can
on
change the clicks on the fly.
gospel's huge on the
That-
scene. Man.
That,
Like,
okay, no, that is
wow.
that is fair.
yeah,
That is fair.
That's impressive.
so like any tutorial has always been like worship leaders or like the gospel guys. Or,
I'm mad into seeing how they can up the click on the fly. Like that is
like it's it can be done. You can tap. Essentially, it's like tap tempoing it.
but it goes.
You
on
just have to be
But
ridiculous.
you can switch it. So you tap tempo it, set the tempo, and then just hit it.
I'm just more the fact that it goes out to everyone. Obviously, it's through like a laptop or something.
Oh yeah,
But like that's
It's
just mental
like,
to me. Like,
so the technology involved in like these like the mega.
I mean, the
churches,
mixers must be.
essentially like the mega churches.
yeah.
This is why they need all the money in the tithes and everything to be able
Yeah.
to fund all the.
Because-
I mean, how
Yeah,
expensive
because
was our back then?
if you don't give your money to Jesus today,
We're going to be out of time.
How
Yeah.
can our drummer have a Yamaha? Yamaha.
How are we going to fund this EAD 10?
Oh, no, let's be real. Gospel have got the real monitoring on the drums. They ain't got no EAD 10 cheat book.
Oh, God.
Oh, what a tangent that was.
Yeah.
All right, okay,
Fuck
so
with me.
Where are we to? Melodies.
Choruses.
Choruses. No, that's
no.
it.
So no, we moved on to songwriting and album work, which is where we got into
Yeah.
the
Bleed From
long piece
Within.
of work.
Oh, amazing.
But yeah,
Constant
that's where you
blah,
put
blah,
Bleed
blah.
From Within in.
Yeah.
So currently we are left with choruses,
Talking about
breakdowns.
choruses, for big, like, nice sing-song choruses,
Yep.
just for vocal style, Sleep Token.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Like-
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that as a huge Sleep Token
Oh,
fan myself.
Yes.
Yeah. So choruses, Sleep Token.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I mean, in terms of,
This is
like...
sounding like a really interesting band so far. So we've got the
Stupid,
rhythms of
horny
Lamb
black
of
metal.
God
Oh, God. The songwriting and Bleed From Within.
with the choruses of Sleep
choruses and
Token.
vocals of Sleep Token.
Yeah, the songwriting. So
Yes.
that is like the music. Oh, technicality.
Technicality. Oh, that's where I would want to go somewhere. Like, something like Periphery,
Yeah.
I think. Because it's not, like, mad bullshit.
So this is where I would say
What are we defining as technicality?
this is where I'm saying like this. We're defining like the level of technicality.
Uh-huh.
Again, I keep picking out Kubla Khan, but they are the simplest form of metal.
Oh, yeah.
that I can
Like, Kubla Khan is, like
Like-
caveman metal.
Yeah, they are caveman metal.
I make chug punch
and
face.
then we go up to like Tesseract, which is like
Yeah.
like
Tesseract.
makes my brain, or like animals as leaders.
I
and-
love Tesseract.
yeah, so-
Oceans, stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
I absolutely adore it.
So your level is like Kubla Khan up to like Tesseract and animals as leaders and oceans.
But
Alaska
this
and
is
stuff.
where like Periphery for me is slightly
Yeah.
below the level of like Tesseract, Ocean, and stuff
Okay.
like that. So there's a bit.
So now we're going with the rhythms of Lamb of God and the technicality of
Periphery.
Periphery, which
Yeah.
is okay. This is shaping out to be a really interesting metalcore
Because
band.
that's the thing, like it's barely metalcore at all.
Yeah,
But-
but this is the thing. You add breakdowns in, and suddenly it's a metalcore band, which
Exactly.
is one of the.
Yeah. Who has the best breakdowns? What's my favourite kind of breakdowns? Because my favourite kind of breakdowns are riffy breakdowns. That's
I
the thing.
know, you like a good riffy, bouncy breakdown.
Riffy bouncy breakdowns, which makes me think something maybe like Parkway.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there's better options, but I can't think of bands off the top of my head right now that are the best thing for it.
What about you like a bouncy breakdown?
I do.
Polaris,
Ooh, Polaris is a shout.
because they have some good bouncy breakdowns.
I'm seeing it as well. Fuck yeah.
We are.
Thank you, James.
Hi,
I
James.
forgot about that. Hi, James. Polaris would be a shout for bouncy breakdowns. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it might have to be.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Polaris and the breakdowns. Nice.
Polaris and the
nice.
breakdowns.
Okay, so that is kind of it for your classic musicality of the band. Mm-hmm. We're moving into the production of it, so basically how good it sounds. And this is where I say you could come up with like a piece of work that a band has done or like an artist has done.
Yeah.
So you could say like the production levels of Michael Jackson. Like that kind of like, or the like, but not like the production levels of Michael Jackson. I'm talking like the production style. So you can have a metalcore band with like a complete funk influence,
Oh,
and like
Can
really,
I have-
Makes
like
me-
really low bass but really cracky snares.
Can I request? Can
Go
I
on.
request
Go on,
Sleep
get it
Token,
out.
but with the production quality of Rick James?
I knew he was
please?
gonna Rick James. It's a celebration.
Okay, for context, before we started recording, I was on Reddit and someone uploaded pictures of the inside of Rick James's house in the 70s, and it is the most Rick James fucking
It's
shit you've ever seen.
Horrible.
If you're not aware, if you've not seen the Dave Chappelle show, just go on YouTube and type in Dave Chappelle Rick James, and then you will understand 90% of mine and Connor's internal conversations.
Yep. I was about to say something that I'm not going to.
No!
Save it after the
Considering
podcast.
we're sat on a couch.
Anyway,
If you've got that reference, yeah.
Yep.
Hammers!
Hi James.
Sorry, what was that, Alex?
So we're saying
right, production.
So, yeah, the production level.
Production.
Like you could say you really like the production of.
See, I like, in contrast, particularly to you as a producer.
Yeah.
Listen a lot less to the specific production of things.
Yeah.
Um,
But is there any
In terms of, like-
any particular album you listen to? You're like, this sounds really good, and I really like the way that certain elements sound on this.
the only one that's ever really stood
You
out
could
for me.
just say St. Anger.
Yes.
Metallica drums.
Upturned bins for every
I
snare.
absolutely love the snare sound on Saint Anger.
That's fair enough. That's your opinion.
That's a joke.
It's the wrong opinion.
Yeah, wrong.
It's a joke. Saint Anger does have some bangers. Though.
Saint Anger as an album is a banger.
Yeah.
That
Choices
snare
were made
should not
on
be a
Saint
banger. They definitely were.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the only one that's really stood out for me in terms of like I really like how this album sounds was Fracture. Leave From Within. I don't know whether I can use the same band again, but
I tell you what, I'll allow it if you say Nolly instead,
I'll say Nolly instead.
because
Then.
that is who produced
I was
it.
going to say, like, basically that's who it comes down to.
Yeah,
because
so-
basically
No,
since
to be
era.
fair, I
He's
really
been doing all that stuff.
I really like the production on Fracture
Yeah.
as well. Like,
Yeah, no,
that is a solid show. I'll allow that.
And it was all
and
done at
Nolly
Middle
is-
Farm, which is Nolly, which is it's
Yeah, Nolly is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Nolly's
You know,
sick.
that like Nolly is like enter
He's
goals.
like
Would love to work with
he's
him.
like the dream producer, isn't he? Like,
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
For,
Like, he
like,
would
anyone to
laugh
work
us out of the building. But
Yeah.
No, I don't think it'd be that bad.
no, but
Well,
Anyway,
he's relatively talented.
I mean, after
awkwardly
working with-
progressive.
Yeah, that's it. No, I've started hammering that out of you guys now. Like, we no longer as progressive and no longer as build-uppy.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Like,
Anyway,
let's not get into that
anyway,
one.
let's not go into any of that.
We're a lot
That'll
more
be
to-
another hour.
We're a lot
Yeah.
more to the point now.
Yeah. So your last two are like your performance, or like your stage performance.
Stage
So-
performance. I would go with.
Basically, who's the best band you've ever seen live?
See, I've said that about so many bands.
Yes.
I say that I go to a gig
But
like
is there
last
any,
special I've ever
is there
been
any
to.
bands that you come out of it and you go, they were really good?
Do you know what I'm going to go with for sort of just live show vibe and everything like that? That actually genuinely is one of the best shows I've ever been to. Skindred.
Oh, yes.
Skindred in Rock City. Not
you
not
know what?
arenas, not at like
Oh, yeah.
festivals or anything like that.
No,
Skindred, Rock City.
Skindred.
That one I went to, you didn't end up going to, where they played Babylon.
Bastard.
Yeah. Skindred are a top shout for performing.
All I want to do is see
Because
Babylon live.
Yeah.
Because they are bouncy and like they're fun and like I'm assuming
Like-
they did like that performance. They did the Newport helicopter. Like,
Yeah.
They
yeah,
always
yeah.
do the
It was-
Newport helicopter.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Skindred are always.
I think it was a
really
Union
fun.
Black tour. It might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was because I couldn't get it off from work.
Might have been. Yeah.
And
But genuinely, like in terms of just pure energy and like Benji Webb, incredible frontman.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's just such a. It's a party, but it's an
I
aggressive party.
I reckon you made a really solid
Like,
shout
I-
on
I mean,
Skindred,
to be
so-
fair, were you there that year at Download? Was it at Download? Yeah. It was when they played second stage, and Benji came. This is before they covered everything up, so you could see the walk-on stairs onto the second
Oh
stage.
yes.
Yeah, so Benji Webb is coming up the side of the second stage at Download.
Yeah.
And he's already egging the crowd on.
Yeah.
Not many
The man
people
is-
can do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. The man's the epitome of a frontman.
And like,
Genuinely.
legitimately. And it's also like when Skindred got booked for Bloodstock for the first time.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, that's an interesting choice.
It's an
but
interesting
because
choice,
it's goddamn Skindred.
Yeah, it's
like,
Skindred just completely take over.
once again,
everywhere.
you there, man in the dark throne shirt.
Listen to Skindred. You will enjoy it. I
No.
promise.
You have listened to Skindred.
Yeah.
Because you've been to Bloodstock. And as much as you try to be hardcore as fuck, Ragga Metal's undeniable fun.
So is. So is.
Skindred are incredible. I'm
Like,
saying
I
that now.
love him.
That's why there is one Skindred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same
Nobody
as there
else
is
can
one
do it.
Nickelback.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
What's our last one?
our last one is the perfect one for you, Connor, which is social presence. But
Yeah.
this is I'm talking about like who does like who do you want like the advertising from? Who do you want like the marketing strategies from? Like there's some bands that do it really well and you're like, you know what, they're really funny, they're good, or like could be like a comedy thing or it could be like
I've already used them. Shit. I was gonna say Sleep Token again.
yeah.
Because
Oh,
of their
like,
whole like massive
their whole-
grand
their whole
scale,
thing, yeah,
and
yeah.
Oh,
the
like
whole
the-
thing with like the phases of the moon. and
It was like the phase they released us when it was sundowning. They released a song at the same point that the sun went down.
yeah,
It was,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like But if I can't use them again,
But that was more like
It's the good part about my game.
yeah,
Makes you think of more different bands.
yeah. But you got to think of that. You're saying like Sleep Token, but they did that once, but it worked because Sleep Token's initial build was just like mental.
yeah.
But then now,
I mean,
all
yeah.
of Sleep Token's social media presence isn't really anything.
No, that's the thing. They don't need to.
Yeah, but
they just drop it, and it's enormous.
yeah, that's because they're already big.
Yeah.
But if you
But
if
I
you
mean,
think
like,
about it in terms
from
of like
those-
social activity,
Yeah.
you kind of want stuff that's like constantly popping off.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, at least, anyway. Like,
yeah. I mean, I suppose. I mean, in terms of like,
I love that you're asking this question of a man who does not.
yeah,
use
this
social
is
this
the
is
thing.
why I
I
say
do
it's the
not.
perfect-
I
it's
do
the
not
perfect
exist on social media. So
What
I don't
is the
just
see
internet?
these
like-
things. Who is it that keeps getting angry with people and starting fights with people? I can't remember his name.
Steve.
Apart from Steve.
For legal reasons, I'm no longer allowed to stop beef on social media.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Keep starting fight. What are you talking like, Ronnie Radke or like?
No, fucking can't remember his name. Brain's gone blank. Yeah, I mean, I like I say, this is not
All right,
a specialist
okay,
area,
so
but we'll go. Like, basically, the vibe in my head is not taking it too seriously. Essentially,
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll just leave it as a vibe.
yeah, it's like the vibe check
social media
because I don't
vibe.
know examples.
Not taking
basically.
it too seriously. A
but
couple
taking it
jokes
too
here and there.
like you've obviously got to do the basics that everyone's got to do.
Oh yeah.
know,
Every
like-
band does that. The bands wouldn't exist without social media.
Well, I mean, if
Exactly.
you wanted people to pick from who are basically like taking the piss, but I mean, you've either got like fucking Brendan from Counterparts.
Yeah.
Brandon, that's what I'm thinking.
Is that you
It's
thinking
Brandon?
of?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
thinking of. Yeah.
The
Counterparts. So the
Counterparts.
social media president of Counterparts. then.
Counterparts.
Yeah, the man who essentially just goes on Twitter and goes, "You're all fucking dickheads."
Yeah, no, I love that shit.
And then people getting mad on Twitter going, "Why was the man from Counterparts being mean to us all night?" And he's just like, "It's obviously a joke. Grow up."
obviously-
Yeah,
Like, I don't care.
no, I love it.
The band who went on tour once and are just projecting the film The Wedding Singer onto the back of
Well,
the
I
stage.
can remember. I can remember when they released their latest album, and I just saw a tweet from Brendan just saying, "New album's out. Eat shit, you fucking losers." And that was it. And I was just like, top tweet.
But again, like that's it. Like you're essentially ticking
Yeah.
all the boxes. But
And
it's-
what he does with that is that all of his real fans know that he's joking.
Yeah.
And the ones that say they're into Counterparts for like being cool. Oh yeah, I really like Counterparts, but like can't name
just
any
take
songs.
it. Yeah.
Just go. Oh, why is Brendan being mean to him? It's
Fuck
like
off, it's fun.
his actual fan base are like, yeah, fuck yeah, eat
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I legitimately just opened up Twitter once again. Fuck you, Elon. I'm dead naming your website. And there is an entire tweet thread, an entire fucking thread about every metalcore band that's currently touring in the year of our Lord 2023. You're welcome. Someone's texted Brendan and gone, Canal Club apparently stopped catering because of you. So we are now going to go through this entire thing. It's like,
Can we save it for next time?
no, we're doing this now because
Right, okay.
this is live and fresh content. The tweet's 19 hours old, so it's live and fresh content for
Okay.
us. Basically, essentially, the promoter was taking the piss and trying to charge the touring party $500 for catering.
No.
Damn.
Ultimate quote: "A case of water cost $20." In inverted commas. Brendan, I'll kill everyone you love, then myself, you dumb bastard. So that basically backs up everything Connor's
Yeah.
just
Okay.
said.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Final tweet, bitch, I feel like Robin Hood.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what I love.
Okay. So let me get this straight. So we have Rhythm. We have Lamb of God.
Yep.
Melodies, Architects,
Yep.
because like slightly less melodic. But,
So
like,
that's
it's
melodic, but there's still like a
got it.
little album there.
Choruses, we said
Sleep
Sleep Token. Technicality, you actually said Periphery.
I did.
So it's fairly technical.
It's fairly technical,
up
but it's
there.
not like stupid.
It's not
technical.
like Animals.
It's not. It's not full techie wanker.
Yeah,
but it is.
It's up there. That's fair enough. Songwriting, you said Bleed From Within, and that is including like album writing,
boy.
like pieces of work.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which I wholeheartedly agree with. Breakdowns, you said Polaris.
Because
Because I know you like a riffy, bouncy breakdown.
Yeah.
And they are the best at riffy, bouncy breakdowns.
And they're
are the best.
Australian, so it's like bonus
So
points.
they win, yeah.
Excellent, we love it.
Productions, we said Believe
Nolly.
From Within / Nolly. That performance, you said
Dread.
Skin Dread, yep, absolutely. And your social presence, Counterparts.
That'll do for
This
me.
is sounding like
The dumbest band.
Yeah,
this
a
is
great
brilliant.
band.
And I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yeah, right, sound.
So-
If you got through this far, fucking once again, you're
Yeah, well
welcome. Second, we'll catch you next time for the
Yeah.
penultimate episode of this season.
Cheers to Connor for coming on.
Yeah,
I've had fun. I will not say that. I'm ending this podcast here. Fuck you guys. I'm editing.
Bye.